Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. We're playing Mörk Borg. This is my first time running the game. It's the first time the game has been featured on the channel. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I will start by reading you the prophecies, a little bit about them. So Anik Schleger, monk of the Krator order, encountered the basilisk Verhu in the year 565 and set down that creature's whispered prophecies. Those lost texts came to be known as the Nameless Scriptures. 300 years later, while working on a new cathedral, the two-headed basilisks, an orthodox branch of the Cretan order, uncovered Schleger's tomb and with it the scriptures. Since then, all events described within have come to pass. The prophecies are absolutely factually true and have thus supplanted all other scripture. Around this cathedral has grown Galgenbeck, the greatest city that ever was. The basilisks are two and two-headed. The four heads have argued for hundreds of years. Verhu predicts inexorable annihilation, and, since he's always right, has become utterly full of himself. His is also the head worshipped the most. If you could learn the codes of the apocalypse, perhaps the right offerings might avert it. Verhu loves his position and hungers for temples to be raised in his name. When the world was but water, dust and clouds thick with plague-fat flies, came she, first of the basilisks. From the cracks of Bergen crypt she crawled. She bears the head of denial, Lucy, who looks up and down, yet all shall be well. Her twin Ark, the head of deception, claims to be the first prophet of truths, which are now prostituted by Verhu. Few have ever seen her, the oldest, but many walk her twin paths. She spawned many since the dawn of time, their conceptions not without agony. All were cast down the cliffs of Bergen crypt. Only he survived. Down in the valley of the unfortunate undead, his eyes locked upon the mountain's peak, he spits out curses upon his evil mother. The head Gorg is bitter, rank with envy, that only his twin Verhu knows the damned truth. Time and time again his prophecies are brought to be. The piles of gold gift riches from his faithful teeter and slide, so tall are they. The world dies even now, reality decays, truth becomes dream and dream truth. Cracks grow in the once stable structures of the past, allowing things misshapen and vile to worm through, emerging into day's wan light. The known world closes in, bounded to the west by the massive Bergen crypt with its catacombs and ice-caked peaks, and surrounded by the endless sea to the north, south, and east. Many have plowed the wave's furrow in search of new lands. They all return, against their will, alive or dead. In the north of Teveland, you can see on your map there, lies the Forest of Sarcas. The forest seems lately to spread unnaturally fast. Paths tangle and wind in the overgrown gloom, leading wanderers astray. Far in the depths of Sarcas, always where one least expects to find it, in a halo of dying trees, is Graventosk, a truly ancient cemetery filled with mausoleums, blank-eyed cherubs, stagnant fountains, plague pits, and ordinary graves. But hasn't it grown warmer in this usually cold place? Do you hear the frantic scratching? The air feels heavy, stale, and hard to breathe. Rising over Graventosk, like rage rising over pain, is the palace of the Shadow King. A Gothic black castle like a mirror to the cathedral of the two-headed basilisk in Galgenbeck. Most of the palace now lies in crumbling ruins, home to unfortunate souls sheltering beneath its broken halls. None dare dream what might lie under the rubble, covered catacombs and cellars. Tunnels sprawl beneath like writhing roots, digging deeper into the cold earth like cancerous veins. The inner wing still stands, acting as home to the Shadow King, a being obscured by ritual. The slaves of the servants of the courtiers of the king come forth and do his will. In one of the darker tunnels beneath the rubble and ruins of what remains of the Shadow King's palace, 8 cursed souls face execution for heretical theft. That would be the 8 of you. You are all in a large cell. You're manacled. You have currently no equipment, but just the most basic of underclothing, if you will. In the case of a couple of you who will know, you know who you are, Your manacles are actually seem to be some kind of silver-made enchanted type curse-like manacles, preventing you from using your power. Or maybe it's only one of you. You'll let me know when you introduce your characters. So don't worry about your equipment. In the meantime, you'll get it back in a minute, I promise. For the moment, you're in the cell, and I'll let you guys just kind of describe your characters, if you like, one by one. John, we'll start with you.
The first one is Graft. Graft is a tall, gaunt man with disgusting features. He's covered in scars. He's got patchy hair and boils and scabs, and his teeth are unnatural. They're not sharpened like the Fang Deserter, but they're very animalistic.
Okay.
And he's always accompanied by a disgusting plague rat he carries around with him that he calls Scorn.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Eric, would you like to describe your characters next?
Sure, yeah. Vagel or Vogel. He's a wretched royalty. Things were going well until King Fathmu the Ninth's brother Zygmunt. He's my father. He was murdered. And then the other character is Prugel, and he's a esoteric hermit raised on a lonely island in Lake Onda. No one else apparently has ever heard of this island, and I can't return.
Interesting. Oh, I see Lake Onda on the map there to the south. Interesting. Very good. Mark, what two characters are you playing?
I've got Ligon, and my father was also Zygmunt, who was murdered. So I must be that guy's brother.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
I got a rotting face. I wear a mask. I'm a pyromaniac. And the other guy is Krator, the heretical priest, and he's got he's hunted by the two-headed basilisks.
Ooh.
And he's hauntingly beautiful and unnervingly clean, and he's also a pyromaniac.
Excellent. I'm going to write down these names again at the end, but before we do that, we'll go to Kevin. Tell us about your two characters.
All right. First, I've got Belsum, the heretical priest, an aloof old man who clutches a Bible with his one good hand because his other hand is a rusty hook that he mainly uses for offense. The other character I have is Thurg, the gutter-born scum. He's your typical suspicious outcast. He's got his secret, like sometimes you see him clutching his chest as he's got this piece of metal inching closer to his heart, and he knows that any day could be his last, and that when he needs to make a display of his deft prowess and agility, that he needs to make sure that it is spectacular for all to behold, because he knows that those are the only memories he'll leave behind.
Oof. Excellent. Okay, John, can you give me just the names then of your two? Graft was the first one, right? And was it Scorn?
Graft is the skinwalker bear from Bergen Crypt, and Scorn is the plague rat.
Brilliant.
Skinwalker.
And Eric, your two names again? I forgot to write them down when you were doing the intros.
Vogel,
Vogel.
Vagal.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who apparently is brothers with someone else in this. And then Prugel, Prugl.
Excellent. And Mark, yours?
Ligon is the royalty, and Krator is the heretical priest.
Praetor?
Krator
Krator.
with a K.
Sorry. Got it. Okay. And Kevin?
Have Belsum, Belsum, as the heretical priest,
Got it.
and Thurg, Therg, as the Gutterborn
Gutterborn
scum.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Now I have the names written down. Should have done that when you were doing the introductions, but I apologize. So as you're here, sitting, you've after the breakup of the cult that you were accused of being part of, you were at the very least present when the Shadow King's people broke it up. Any of the injuries that you'd sustained have healed over the time while you've been held in the cell, awaiting your death sentence, awaiting your execution. They wanted to make sure you were good and healthy before you face the gallows. However, this evening you are visited by a courtier of the Shadow King, a masked seer you can recognize by the ceremonial white, expressionless mask that they wear. He's accompanied by a guard. You can recognize the one of the fanged ones, the sharpened teeth. They come and they open your cell, and the guard comes forward and starts to undo all of your manacles, rather confidently. The seer stands there, kind of looking over you all, disconcertingly, perhaps, with the creepy mask that he or she is wearing. You can't tell their gender at this time. They're very tall, very lanky, dressed all in black aside from the white mask. And as he or she looks over you, he says, "The Shadow King offers you all wealth, life, and freedom. If you will, retrieve his missing son, Aldon. We believe Aldon to be imprisoned in an infamous underground location, a place that no free man would willingly go, a place called the Accursed Den. You are tasked with going and retrieving the king's son. Any riches or treasures you may discover along the way are yours to keep, and you will be rewarded again by the king once his son has returned safely. All of your equipment that was confiscated upon your arrest will be returned to you in the chamber above." And he gestures for you to follow him, and he walks out of the cage and turns. The guard kind of remains behind, holding the keys, looking at all of you.
Kraft picks up Scorn and pushes through everybody else and shoves by the guard.
Okay. Guard kind of grunts aggressively as you do so, but
Kraft and Scorn both in unison fart and burp,
nice.
and it's disgusting.
Oh, great. Is there any kind of a mechanical effect we need to know about, or?
They're both in a permanent state of rot, so I would imagine it's pretty horrifying.
Right. Yeah. Yeesh. Okay.
I'll quickly get out of the cell.
Yeah, you all follow the tall,
Yeah.
dark seer. And you notice when the seer spoke, you're still having difficulty telling if it's a man or a woman because the voice is just very soft, and it could be a deep woman's voice or it could be a high man's voice. You're not really sure. But you're taken to up the stairs and to a room where your equipment is returned to you, whatever equipment you rolled up in your character generation.
Belsum quickly grasped his Bible, like missing a pet after a vacation.
My one guy has a horse
Yeah?
waiting for me.
A horse,
Right.
huh?
Or
Yeah, my
Barbister, the incredible horse.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you
my
your horse back.
my gutterborn scum has a small but vicious dog.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll return the
It's in
animal.
my
So
equipment list.
it's in there.
Okay.
Why not? They give you your dog back. They give you your horse back. The horse probably
Cool.
won't be too much use in the dungeon, but hey.
Well, it says it's magical, intelligent, arrogant, and vain. It can talk, and it says it's probably smarter than you are and quite aware of it.
Really? Awesome. Awesome. What's its name?
That's great.
Barbister, the
Barbister?
incredible horse.
Barbister.
It says some occasionally adds +2 to presence tests involving logic or intelligence if you can persuade him to care.
So when Barbister sees you again, he goes, "Oh, it's about time you showed up."
Yes, get ready to go.
Won't believe the shit they feed me. Do you have food with you? Horse feed?
No,
He starts nudging you, kind of trying to find out where it is, nudging your pack. But you didn't bring me
yeah,
anything?
no, we got to go find it.
Jeez, I wonder why I came back for you.
Kind of a dick horse.
Where are we going?
Say nothing to him. We have a mission.
I see.
Everybody,
Anybody else have any interesting equipment, by the way, need to know about? We got a horse, we got a dog.
I got a horn that I can blare once a day and test presence difficulty 12. One creature may make their next non-combat test an automatic success.
Oh, okay, cool.
The
Which character has that?
Ligon,
The
the
royalty,
wretched
yeah.
royalty.
Cool.
And then the other guy's got a Bible as well, the blasphemous Necrubal Bible
Mm-hmm.
that I can consult. Uh, I guess I make a roll. If I make it, I can heal people. If I fail, it's demonic hallucinations that the DM invents.
That's
Same thing I got. Yeah.
that's lovely. Okay.
Prugel
Also,
has a book of boiling blood,
okay.
which can be which he can open and read from once a day. And if he does, his enemy must make a DR12 test to prevent it. If they fail, D2 Berserker Slayers appear from the depths of a forgotten dimension of blood. Roll a D6. On 1 to 4, these creatures fight alongside you. On a 5 to 6, they turn on you, attempting to kill you and destroy the book. After the
Nice.
battle, they return to their imprisonment.
Very good. Regarding the prophecies that have already come true, John, roll a d66 for me. So 2 6-sided dice, read them like percentile.
51.
What was it?
5-1.
51. So it started with the blackening of water in lakes and brooks, which later became tar, poisoning the land. Eric, you can roll a d66 as well.
3-4.
The great shall be made poor, and the poor poorer still. So after the blackening of the water and the poisoning of basically the entire land, crops begin to fail. A lot of people lose a lot of money. Obviously, of course, also this has affected things like trade and things of that sort. So everyone is a lot poorer than they were, say, half a year ago. Mark, would you also roll a d66 for me, please?
12.
12. The earth shall shake and be riven, and from the cracks shall rise a poisonous mist that in 10 days will shroud the world. So yeah, that happened. There was great earthquakes and cracks in the ground that poisonous gas poured out of that covered the world in 10 days. This again was maybe a few months ago. So that has passed now. Um, and the most recent misery that happened perhaps maybe weeks ago. Kevin, go ahead and roll me a d66.
All right. Got a 21.
All manner of fly and wasps shall fill the air, as at the beginning, so at the end. So yeah, there's lots of infestations of flies and wasps everywhere now.
Sorry.
It's lovely. And here you are walking through the, basically all of you are walking except for maybe one of you who has a horse, I think, right? Through the forest of Sarcas, looking for this entrance to an underground, how is it described? Underground den, the Accursed Den specifically. As you do so, you reflect on two things that the seer said to you before you left. Eric, roll a d8 for me. And Kevin, roll a d8 as well.
All right. 5.
I don't
Okay.
have a D8 available. Does somebody else have one?
Okay,
Or
Mark, you want to roll
do
one?
I need to do it?
That's fine. Mark, you can roll one.
5.
5? No, roll another one. Don't roll the same number.
5. Jeez.
Roll again.
I dropped the die.
Say 5. Say 5
7.
again.
I can roll again.
Okay, there you go. So, the seer says to you, beware, for an ancient man lives within a ruined room in the accursed den. You must fear and avoid him. I fear that Aldon may not be willing to leave the den. These are the words that the seer last said to you before you departed. He is a seer after all, right? He had to give you some kind of prophecy. And now you've found a place where basically like a kind of a hillock in the forest, very rocky and sludgy. You're constantly being bit by flies and swatting away these nasty hornets and things that you see flying around. And there's a cave in the side of this hill, if you will. And you can see the glow of lantern light from within somewhere. And you can see that there are rough, crude-made stones leading down into this cave. Stairs, I meant to say. Stone stairs, even. And you believe you have discovered the Cursed Den. The Accursed Den.
So I think that Belsum, the aloof old heretical priest, was so grateful to the prophecies that he definitely tipped him 2 silver.
Okay. Nice.
But as we're here, he's just kind of meandering toward the entrance, and Thurg is hanging back behind the group.
Okay. So sounds like Belsum is the first to approach the entrance.
Yeah, he's not really scared. He's more like inquisitive and just kind of meandering, looking around.
Sure. So
Is it too small for a horse?
is it too small for a horse? No, not really.
But is it going down underground?
Yes, it's going into this cave. Your horse, like sensing what you're thinking, kind of ruffles a little bit and backs up a couple of steps. Says, Hey, I'm not going down there. I'm a horse. I stay outside. Tie me to a tree or something. I'll munch on some of this rotten grass.
I shouldn't have to tie you to a tree. You're smart enough to stay by the cave and yell if anything comes.
It's a stereotype, you know?
I draped the reins over a branch.
He immediately tail flapping, swatting away at these wasps and flies and stuff.
Nice.
Neigh really loud if anybody comes in after.
Nay, please don't insult my intelligence.
Hard ass horse.
I have a quick
Who has the
question.
dog? That was
Thurg, who's hanging back. He's kind of like cradling the dog with his left arm and petting it with his right. Just
Does your
kind of
dog have stats,
observing.
by the way? Out of curiosity.
It does. It has 8 hit points, which is more than
Shit.
he does. And he has a bite for D4, but he only obeys me, is what the stats are in the equipment.
Mm.
So I do have a little remote animal companion.
Ballister, the horse, the asshole horse, says, "Hey, why don't you leave him with me? Just in case there's anything worse than wasps out here. It is Sarcas, after all."
You're worried
Well, aren't you?
about you? Not really.
God, you really are an
I
idiot.
mean, you're the incredible horse and everything, but you're kind of an asshole.
I will.
I'd rather be an asshole than a moron.
I'll have Thurg grab, lift the dog and put it on the back of the horse,
Okay.
and he'll pet the dog and just tell him, like, if anything happens, just run into the cave and find me.
Okay.
So I'm telling him to protect the horse.
Fair enough.
So this wretched royalty guy, apparently they have like 2 servants that come with them.
Do they?
I just noticed that. Hamfund the squire and Poltroon the court jester. I don't know if Lygan has 2 as well. They're in the right quadrant of the character sheet.
Yeah, I didn't get followers.
Okay, no, that's what you rolled. So yeah, that's part of your character generation. So you have 2 followers anyway. What are they?
I guess I got.
So Hamfund the squire is an intently cowardly servant who acts only as guardian for the scabbard of the cursed sword of Eureka.
Right.
Once
Okay.
per combat, if Ham can be found, which means I guess if I can find Ham, he may not be around me. Eureka may be drawn. The sword does 2d6 damage. And for every swing of Eureka, roll a d6. On a
Nice.
1, the squire is slain, and Eureka vanishes forever.
Cool.
And then the other one is Poltroon the court jester. While practically useless, personally irritating, and an emotional drain, his capering actually makes enemies lose their focus in combat. For the first 2 rounds, you and your allies get +2 on attack defense.
Oh, nice on defense. Cool.
That's awesome.
All right, I should write this down here. This is part of Vagal, yeah. So
Yeah, and that's all on page.
What was the name of the jester?
Hamfund, Ham. Yeah, Hamfund.
Hamfund. That's so funny.
Yeah.
And the jester's name again?
Poltroon. It's just Poltroon. It's in like quotes.
Poltroon. Okay. Cool. Works for me. I'll just keep track of them here. Got it. Okay. So is anybody going down these stairs or looking down in to see what's the deal with the light coming from below? Or I don't know how close you're getting.
Graf carrying his plague rat will head down.
So as you kind of start heading down, you can hear a little trickle of water. And as you come into this room, this kind of cavern, if you will. But most of it is kind of like obviously been carved and like man-made, you know. Only the entrance part that you're coming down is rough. And there's a lit oil lantern hanging from the ceiling. There's a small stream of water crossing the room from holes in the walls on the left and right. There are black violet butterflies flapping haplessly over the water. Against the northern wall, across from where you came from, the south would be the stairs that you came down. There are two wooden doors, both ajar. You can hear faint violin music coming from beyond both.
Who was supposed to have kidnapped this kid? Do we know?
You didn't ask, did you?
Didn't ask any.
This is a
We didn't get any
kidnapping.
information.
King's kid, Aldane. That's who we're looking for. I got that much.
Yep, Aldon.
I know this is a missing person, but
Kraft and Scorn will back up and relay the information that they have discovered with the water and the butterflies and the music and such.
Okay.
and Belsam's just going to say this can't be a kidnapping. The prophecy said that Aldon may not be willing to leave,
Well, that was what the
so he
seer
might
said,
be
yes.
here on, or the Seer, yeah.
Mhm.
So
He's run
what
off.
the Seer said, he might just be happy here. So we
he's
have
run
to
away. We're taking him back
figure-
against it, probably.
take his happiness away.
Good.
Well, let's
I've
go
never
get
been
him.
happy in any form or fashion, and neither should he.
Indeed.
Those of you, particularly the royalty, who would be familiar with such things, would know that if the Shadow King, he only has one heir, one son, and if he's not returned, then eventually the Shadow King will have to hand his crown over to his brother, who is an imbecile. Also,
How much work?
also, you know, the condition of you being freed from prison was that you would bring Aldon back. So,
Right. Riches, life, and what else was it?
life, wealth, and freedom.
Freedom, most important.
Yeah, because you were about to be hanged for heresy, all of you.
Well, Ligon is a worried person, so he's too worried about the situation to go explore, but the other guy will go look toward this music.
Okay, Krator, yeah.
Krator.
What was his
Yeah,
class again?
Belsam is also drawn.
Was Krator the
What-
hermit?
yeah, he's a priest.
Oh, the priest.
He's
Sorry,
got an
priest.
inferiority complex, and he's nihilistic,
Nice.
and he's very clean.
And who
So
else?
clean.
Who else was going to go down with him?
Belsam it would approach the opposite door of the other priest.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
Scorn will follow them both.
okay. So as Krator and Balsam go down into the kind of cavernous chamber with the stream of water running from the right to the left, there are two doors in the northern wall, both ajar, and the violin music seems to be coming from beyond both of them. So which door do you want, left or right, Krator?
I'll go to the right.
Okay, so that means Balsam is taking the one on the left.
Got it.
So Krator, as you you gotta kind of go across the stream. It's easy enough to hop over. You see these strange black violet butterflies flapping over the water. They kind of move out of your way as you hop over. So you had the right side, right, Krator?
Yeah.
So beyond this door, there's a cool, slightly smoky air. You can see a pair of torches dimly glowing within this library / bedroom, it seems to be. There are two beds with three skeletons, most likely human, you would say, from the looks of them, between the two beds. So two in one and one in the other. There's a gigantic bookshelf, a bedside table with withered flowers in a clay vase, There's a heavy door on the northern wall that is closed. And of course, the door that you came in from is on the south. The room that Belsum sees beyond the left door is looking into a warm and bright room with a rotten smell. You can hear the faint, sad violin music coming from the north. This is a dining hall. There are 4 giant oil lamps, a large, long wooden table with 20 chairs, set with mugs, plates, and spoons. No food or drink, though. A bearded man sits at the far end of the table. His skin is ashen gray. His eyes are dark. He's dressed in a dusty old cloak. To the north, behind him on his right, is another door on the northern wall, and on the eastern wall, so kind of like to the right of this guy, if you're looking directly at him, there is another door. These are all closed, and of course, the south is the door that you just came in through. Now, I'll actually have an image for this man too. That means he's important.
This
There he is.
guy.
That's the guy you see. So,
Sitting at the table that's like it's set, but there's no food or anything out.
exactly. It's just got what did it say? It had mugs, plates, and spoons, but there's no food or drink. The bearded man sitting at the far end, kind of facing you. He doesn't move.
Grafton and Scorn both realize that they neither care and are bitter about so much that they didn't even think to secure the hostage's name. You know the name of this prince?
Aldon, right?
Aldon.
Vogel wants to think he's in charge and try to ask this guy if he knows where Aldon is, because he's Vogel is he's royalty. He thinks he's all shit and everything, so he's gonna ask. He's gonna ask about Aldon.
Okay.
Excuse me, we're looking for Aldon.
Oh, you're asking the old man. You walk into the room and start talking to the man.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. He does not reply. He doesn't even move. His eyes continue fixed straight ahead as they were. You also, as you're, kind of you've walked into the room now, kind of talking to him, yeah? You hear sounds coming from behind the eastern door. It sounds like voices.
Like more than 2.
And you would also hear these voices. Who is it? Ligon?
Belsum.
Krator's at the other door. Yeah. Krator was at the door looking into the library and bedroom. Right?
Yeah, there was nobody.
So you can hear these voices coming from behind the door at the northern end of this room. And whereas the guys in the dining hall area can hear it coming from the eastern door. Safe to say maybe both doors lead to the same room, right?
I was just figuring that out.
Music as well. The violin music.
Yeah, you can all hear the faint violin music playing in the background. Yep. Seems to be coming from the north.
Can I sit down and staring contest this guy?
Do you want to sit at the opposite end of the table? This is Thurg, right? Or no, Belsum. Sorry, Belsum.
Belsum, yeah. Thurg is staying well behind.
So you sit down, kind of looking at this guy. What about the skinwalkers? Where are they? John?
Sorry, I was rambling. Scorn, the skinwalker rat, will go to the floor and go towards the old man on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Graf will walk around his right side towards the old man.
Okay, got it. So over there, Vagel. You're in this room, right?
Yeah, Vagel went in that room and was asking
Mhm.
and if he knew Aldon.
And
And when he didn't reply, he started looking around for his brother Ligon.
where's
With
Prugel?
Prugel. I think he's more intrigued by the books in the other
So
room.
he's over on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
What about Ligon? Where is Ligon?
I'll go in the room with my brother.
Okay, so you're in the room with Vagel and Hamfund and Poltroon as well, of course. And Thurg?
Thurg is hanging out between the two doors.
Okay, back in the first
But
room,
he's
chamber.
yeah, still in the same entry room.
Gotcha.
Kind of watching each other play and each kind of trying to peer through the doorways and see what's going on in either room, deciding which way he wants to move.
Okay, well, the door on the eastern side of the dining hall room opens, and 6 guards come charging in. Let me see here. Let's tell you about them. Yeah, they also have the kind of sharpened teeth thing going on. Does it say what kind of weapon they're armed with? Yeah, they've got swords, leather armor.
Nice knowing you guys.
So apparently that was a guard room of some sort, and they've come charging into the dining hall because they heard noises in there. So as they come running into the dining hall, Eric, do you have a D6? Want to roll one for me?
That I do have. And it's a 2.
A 2? Okay, so the bad guys will go first. So there are 6 of them. Let me just see here. Who is in this room? Graft and Scorn are both in this room, although Scorn is a ret. Vagel and his entourage are in this room.
Yeah.
Ligon is in this room. Who else is in here? Belsum is in this room. Whereas Prugel, Krator are in the other room, and Thurg is kind of hanging out back in the entrance area. Got it. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, I have 7 potential targets. Now, one of them's a rat, though, so I'm not going to count him. Okay. So the first guard is attacking, looks like Ligon. Ligon, make a defense roll. So
What is that?
that's a agility roll. So you roll d20 and add your agility bonus, whatever it is. The difficulty rating is 12, unless you have anything on your character sheet that you want to.
All right, I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15. Okay,
Yep.
so that attack misses. The second one coming into the room is going for Poltroon. You want to roll for Poltroon, Eric?
Sure.
Just roll a straight d20, unless you have stats for him. I don't think so.
No, I don't have stats. He rolled a 19.
Rolled a 19. Okay, that's a miss. Third guy comes in and is attacking Belsum. So he charges at the charges to the end of the table, swinging his sword at you, Belsum. Roll a defense roll, please.
All right, so I'm wearing plate armor, so I have a +2 on this.
Nice.
On this check, so I think it's a 14
No,
I have to
actually,
beat.
no. You have a +2 to your rating, don't you?
Well, I reduced the damage by a d6.
Yes, you have.
But
reduced damage
in
by
order to
D6.
make the check, it's +2 harder for me to
Right,
make the
got
check.
it. Got it. Okay, yeah. So you're rolling for a 14 instead of a 12.
Right. And it's agility, so I got a 6. So I'm gonna take the hit, and I'm gonna reduce it by a d6.
So roll a d6.
I got a 4.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage. That was the third one, right? Fourth one comes in is going for Graft. Graft, roll a.
Okay.
defense roll,
So he hit me for 8.
Yeah, he hit you for 8, but you reduced it by 4, so you take 4.
Oh damn! All right, Belsum is hurt.
Mhm. It happens. Craft.
Yep,
Graft,
real
sorry,
quick,
Graft.
real quick, real quick.
Graft.
Oh, I was waiting for what happened real quick. I thought he was
sorry.
going to say something. All right, so D20. That is a 16. He has agility -1.
So it's a 15,
But
still
he's
success.
he's got a defense rating that's different because he's
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So what is it?
He has a DR 14.
Okay, got it. But you got a 15 anyway, so you're fine. Okay, so that was the fourth guy. Fifth guy is going for Hamfund. Poor Hamfund, the squire. Want to roll for him, Eric?
He rolled an 8,
Uh-oh,
and I
you
think
got.
that's not good enough, even with the +2 that Poltron's capering
Does he have any
provides.
kind of armor or anything?
It didn't say anything about that, so I would assume that he's probably 1 hit point with no armor or anything like that.
That's a shame. The guard murders Hamfund.
Ah,
Just slices right through him with the sword, and you see Hamfund go down. He drops your sword and scabbard on the ground,
Oof.
and it poof disappears.
ah.
And the
Eureka is gone, my sword.
last remaining guard is attacking Lygan.
He cares more about the sword than Hadfund, obviously.
Obviously, I don't blame him.
Yeah, what's more important?
So, Mark, you want to roll for Lygan a defense?
8. I failed.
Oh, so he's hit. Does he have any armor?
No,
He's hit for 8 points of damage.
that's double my hit points. I'm dead, I guess.
He is.
Oh, we're rolling hot.
Let's see here. Where's this hit point thing again? Let me double check something here real quick. Just don't forget your omens, by the way.
A little late.
Okay.
Oh yeah, can I roll? I got one.
You can re-roll.
Let me re-roll my die.
You can re-roll your dice roll, or you can lower your damage by a d6,
I'll just do a re-roll.
or you can lower a test. Yeah, by -4.
I still failed, and it's over.
Oh, damn. Okay. Where is that hit points thing? That's not it. It's gonna be I'm 1 page off right now. Yeah. Okay. 0 hit points. Negative hit points. Dead. Yeah, you're just straight up dead. 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 So Lygan
Other,
is
make sure you
murdered.
get here. I got
One
healing.
down.
And that was it for the bad guys. Now for the good guys. I think rather than rolling
So
individual,
Lygan got killed?
yes, Lygan's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
Vogel lost his brother.
his brother
The
and
fact
his
that
sword.
for the fact that nobody knows he's even there, I'm gonna Scorn goes first.
Okay, yeah. So Scorn can go first.
Scorn's gonna bite the closest guard to him. Ankle biter.
Roll your attack.
All right,
This is a melee attack, so it's DR12 strength test.
All right. Using an omen, lower 1 test DR by -4.
You can do that as well. Yeah, spend an omen. So now it's a DR8 strength test.
All right, so I need to get 8 or greater, correct?
Yep.
And you add agility to this, correct?
No, this is strength.
Strength plus
Melee
1.
attack.
All right,
Yep.
very good. 18 plus 1, 19.
Hits. So what's the effect there? There's a special effect
All right,
for that, right?
first I do a D4.
Okay, roll your damage, D4.
Hold on, I dropped it.
I got
3.
6 guards. 3, so he takes 3 points damage. 1, 2, 3.
Plus the disease. The disease is they have a D14 presence, or if they have to do a D14 presence.
He failed.
Then he attacks the closest ally until either one of them is dead.
Okay, excellent. Got it. 3 hit points of damage and diseased. 1 down. Okay, you might as well have Graft go next since we're on you, Jen. What does Graft do? His rat runs out from under the table and gnaws on this guy's ankles.
Just for the sake of shock and awe, I'm going to say that his armor falls away and he turns into this monstrous, horrifying bear creature. It's also gaunt and partially haired and covered with boils and open wounds.
And
so he's half the weight that a bear should be, but he's still terrifying in his stretched out, gaunt form.
Awesome. So he transforms into this bear. His armor and weapons just drop away from him.
He would just
Is
rush
there
the
anything
closest
mechanically
one.
I need to know about that? Like when it happens, it takes a round to do, right? A full round to activate.
I would assume so. We never discussed it, but I would assume yes.
It should be written right in the description, but yeah, I'm sure it does.
Yeah, pull it back up. But okay, so he generates huge claws and his maw. He gets a big giant maw. Rawr.
Cool. So that's Graf's turn. Awesome. I'll just go down the list here. Eric, we'll go with Vagel. Vagel and Poltroon can act. Oh, Poltroon can do his thing, right?
Yeah, Poltroon, all he does is he makes enemies lose focus. So my allies get +2 on attack and defense for the first two
Well,
rounds.
Since he's now
Um,
getting to act for the first time, I'll say he can start doing that now.
Okay. And then let's see here. All the equipment that Vagel has, other than that sword, which is now gone, is a bow. I don't know if we're in range to do a bow or if he could. Shit, I don't know.
They're not all right up in your face. There's somebody you can shoot in there for sure.
Okay. All right. Well,
Your
he'll
brother
try
has
to
a
shoot one
sword.
of them with his bow then.
I'll totally allow it. So it's a ranged presence.
Oh, and his brother had a sword, you say?
Yes, it's laying there.
Ah, maybe you should pick that up.
Yeah, if you want
And
to pick that
there's
up
a
instead of shooting an
medicine.
arrow, I'll let you do that.
I'll
I
pick
got
up that sword. Or unless if your other character wants it, Max. I don't.
Yeah,
Your
you're
name's
his
Max,
brother.
right? Okay,
My
I'll
name's
take it.
Mark, but yeah,
Oh,
my
Mark,
guy's in the
sorry.
other room, so go ahead and take it.
All right,
What else were you
I
saying
got
you
the
had there,
sword.
Mark? Besides the sword?
What was that?
What else did Lygan have there beside the sword?
A water skin, a sword, a magic horn, a medicine chest, and a scroll,
shit.
and 175 silver.
He's
So
got a
he's got a
scroll?
lot of
Get that medicine chest.
scroll. A medicine chest with 4 uses.
Holy
So
shit.
that would have
Got all that
saved.
stuff.
Yeah, we gotta loot that body.
Well, for now,
Well,
you
for
go over and
now, I'm
grab
just
up his
going to
sword.
grab the sword. Okay.
And I guess you're entitled to my horse outside.
Oh, thank God that thank God
He
that
rolls a
idiot's not coming
3
back.
with his damn sword attack, so he's pretty useless with that.
Okay. So that's Vagel's turn. Poltroon's doing his thing. Prugel is in the other room at the moment. Does Prugel want to, like, you guys will hear the sounds happening in the dining hall. If Prugel wants to rush over there, he can.
Yeah, let's have Prugel run over there. Why
Okay,
not?
so he can run into the room and join the fight.
Okay.
I'll run
Next on my list would be Krator.
Yeah, I'll run over there with him.
Okay, cool. Krator also runs and join the fight. Belsum.
All right. Belsum gets up from the table after taking that terrible gash. Stops a staring contest with the old man
Yeah.
and attempts to retaliate with his hook hand into the individual that hurt him so
Go ahead
bad.
and roll your attack. That's a melee DR12. So it's
All
strength
right.
DR12. Sorry.
My strength is nothing, and I got a crit.
Got crit.
Oh,
Okay, so
nice.
it's double damage. Also
All
reduces.
right, so I'm gonna
reduces his armor by
roll
one
just
tier.
1d6 and double it, or want me to roll 2d6?
Roll 1d6 and double it. I take it
All
literally.
right.
If it says times 2, it's times 2.
Yep, I rolled a 1, so that's gonna be 2.
And that'll destroy his armor anyway, because it reduces his armor by a tier for the. So you said did 1 point of damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 1, but since I crit, it's
Oh, it's 2.
gonna
Right?
be it's gonna be 2 damage.
His
Actually, you
armor
know what?
reduced it by 1 though, so he only takes 1.
Can I
And his
spend
armor's
an
destroyed.
omen and max that damage and just make it 12?
Or re-roll the dice. You could re-roll it and maybe get a higher number, right?
Or can I max it
Let me check
with an
something here.
omen?
If
You could
max
deal
it,
max damage
Yeah, you
with
can just
one
do.
attack.
You can just
right?
do a max damage. Go for it. So max damage would be what?
Yeah. So it would be a 6 doubled for the crit.
12 minus 1, 11. Yeah, you kill him.
Yeah, so that's
So
one
you
of my
destroyed his
omens
armor and you
down.
killed him, and that's one of your omens spent. Perfect. Good use of an omen there, Belson.
Yeah.
And Thurg. Thurg was right close to the door, so if he wants to run in and make an attack, he can do so. Because he wasn't in the next room over. He was actually just kind of right there. So
Yeah, so I guess he would just scoot in. He's got a mace, so he would swing with that
go for
if
it.
he can get up close to somebody.
Strength, DR12.
Oh, that's not really gonna sort out. No, he's
Missed.
a little too ambitious, but not quite
Okay.
accurate enough.
So one guard is down. 5 remain. And it's the next round initiative. Kevin, why don't you go ahead and roll a d6 for me?
And one guard's attacking the other guard, right?
Yeah, that'll be happening.
I rolled a 2.
Roll a 2. Okay, bad guys go first again. So one guard attacks his comrade, so I'll roll for him. It's a hit. And let me go back here and check his damage. Oh, yeah, it's D8. And he has D2 armor. Okay, so 4 minus 1. He does 3 points of damage to the guy.
So that's part of the effect of that
Of
infection
the disease
or
that he
whatever.
got from the
The
rat. Yeah.
disease. Okay.
I like instant rabies.
Nice.
Now that leaves me with 4 more guards. Now, how many guys are in here now? It's Graft, Scorn, Vagel, Poltroon, Prugel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Krator, Balsam, Thurg. 8. 8 people. Grand. So, first guard is going for Balsam. Got a hard
All
one
right,
for
come
you,
at me,
Balsam.
bro.
Make your defense roll. Now, Poltroon is doing his thing, distracting the guards, distracting the enemies, right? So you get a -2 to the difficulty on your defense. So your
All right,
defense
so
is an
it's going to be a
agility
flat
DR10.
12 because I still have my armor with
Right, cool.
Belsum, so it's just going to still be a 12.
Yep.
And I rolled an 8, but I think I will use his last omen
Okay.
to reduce the DR by 4.
Okay, cool. So that'll make it a success. Okay,
Yeah,
good job.
just
The
to get
next
rid of
one,
that.
next one's attacking Graft, this weregaunt bear thing, whatever. So Graft, roll a defense, agility
Stand
test.
by.
What is your defense normally? +2?
Defense claws are
No,
all right,
defense.
no, I wrote stuff down. Defense is DR14.
DR14. Okay, but it's actually 12 thanks to the assistance by Poltroon, the fool. So go for it.
Fool just saved me.
All right. I rolled a 12.
Okay, that's a pass, I assume.
Oh,
Unless you have a negative agility. What's your agility?
he does have a negative agility.
Oh, so it's not a pass.
So, guess
Don't
he's
die
going
with
to.
luck.
Yeah, I'm not going to die with luck. I'm going to
Oh, yes,
re-roll.
yes. Okay, so you
I'm
spend the
gonna
omen, reroll.
re-roll.
Go again.
15.
Okay, that's a pass. And there's 2 left.
I'm marking that off.
Next one attacks Thurg.
Nice.
Thurg, defense.
All right. So Thurg has his stealthy ability, which all agility and presence tests are reduced by 2. So am I reduced by 4 on this for an 8?
What do you mean reduced by 4? Oh, for
For
defense,
the
yeah.
the jester.
Mhm.
All right.
It's an agility test
So
for
again-
sure. So
Oh man, it doesn't help. I rolled a 2 and I have a +2, so I got a 4.
do you have any armor?
Nope.
Okay. Jeez, that's 7 points of damage.
Goodbye, Thurg.
Thurg dies.
Oh, his dog has no owner.
Oh.
And the dog and the horse can run off together now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think there's 1 guard left, right? Yeah. So he attacks the other guard that attacked him. That is going to hit. Yeah, there's damage reduction. Only 1 does 7, so that's a total of 6. He kills the diseased guard that was attacking him. And now, as you guys will go back to the top of the order, Graft and Scorn. There are 4 guards remaining.
Scorn will
which
fight
is
another
slightly
one.
red. Okay, go for it.
13.
Plus strength.
Strength is +1.
Okay. Damage.
It's a D4.
Roll it.
A 2
Okay, -1
plus,
for his armor.
plus the D14 presence check or attacks his closest ally.
Fails the presence check, so he is now diseased. Got it. Okay. And Graft.
Craft will go after whoever is closest to him.
Go ahead.
Rolling. I got a 19 and strength is +2.
Okay, it's gonna hit. Give me your damage.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just max damage.
Just to do max damage.
No, I'm gonna roll. What the hell? It's a D10. All right, here we go. No, it's a D8. I'm sorry, D8. D8. I got a 7. Do we add strength for damage or no?
No.
Okay, then a 7.
7 damage. Armor reduction 1 does 6 points damage. He's badly hurt. He's still alive. Okay. We go to Vagel and Poltroon. Poltroon, I assume, just continues doing his thing. I think that's all he can do.
Yeah. Vagel's going to, use that sword and make another attempt. And this time he rolls a 13. So plus the 2 would be 15.
Okay, it's going to hit damage.
What's the damage on that sword, Mark?
It's a D6.
D6?
D6?
D6.
Okay. So that's a 3.
-1, so it'll do 2 points. Got it.
Okay.
And
And then
then
Prugel's he's going to use that Book of Boiling Blood and try to, I guess, summon these Berserker Slayers from another dimension. So that's a
Yes.
DR12, but there's a chance of failure. If he even does it, there's a chance.
So go ahead and read me the full thing, if you will, please.
Okay.
Full entry on that.
Yeah. You may open and read from this book once a day.
Mhm.
Your enemy must make a DR12 test to prevent this. Okay, so you can make a DR12 test to prevent it.
Okay.
And then if they fail, D2 Berserker Slayers appear from the depths. So the Berserker Slayers are on page 60 of the book. They appear from the depths of a forgotten dimension of blood. And then I roll a D6 on 1 to 4. These creatures fight alongside me. On a 5 to 6, they turn on me,
Gotcha.
Oh, no.
attempting to
Gotcha.
kill me and destroy the book.
So yeah, they've got hardened skin. They look like they've got like kind of spiky fur all over them, big, huge jaws and sharp fanged teeth. In fact, I mean, they look like that. If you can see it all.
Nice.
And he did fail to prevent it, so they do rise up. Roll your d6.
Okay. And I rolled a 1.
So that means they fight for you, right?
Yep, that means they fight for me.
Okay, and these guys are armed with huge warhammers. So the two of them rise up. Well, go ahead and, I'm sorry, read it one more time, just again about how long they fight for you, or
They fight alongside me, and after the battle, they return to their imprisonment.
okay,
I can
cool.
only do that once a
So
day.
just like
So
they're just summoned out of this,
yep.
yeah, craziness. Cool. So these two kind of ethereal, almost like, or weird, like summoned
Yeah.
berserkers appear.
From the depths of a forgotten dimension of blood.
And we go to Krator next.
Krator has a whip. It says D2 damage, but does it also entangle or anything?
Don't think so.
All right, well, he'll come in and slap
Does
someone
it just
with
say
a whip.
whip D2? That's all it says.
Yeah.
Take a quick look at the weapons here. I don't even remember seeing a whip on here. No. Yeah, it's just a D2 damage. It's pretty pretty light, pretty lame on the damage. But I guess it's handy if you're not trying to kill somebody, you're just trying to, you know.
Well, I was going to try to like trip him up or something, but that's fine. I'll just try to slap him in the face. I rolled 18, but I have a -2 strength, so
Still 16, right? Still hit. Damage, D2.
2 points.
And he reduces 2 points. So it just hits his armor. You hear the whack right off the leather. Okay.
If you wanted to consider it, what I do with for whips is it applies a measure of distraction.
Balsam.
So Belsum is scrambling for his Bible because he's feeling hurt and he's used up his omens. And he is going to try to use the Necrubal Bible. Once a day, I roll a die, even result for the rest of the day. All PCs heal 1d4 after just 5 minutes of rest. Oh man, maybe now's not a good time. As I'm scrambling to grab my Bible, I'll just swing at the guy closest to me with my hook hand.
Sounds good.
Never. All right. And I have a 9, so I will not connect with that.
Okay. Got it. And that's the end of the initiative. We go to the next round. So, John, roll a d6 for me.
D6. 5.
Okay, you guys get to begin this round. Graft.
Graft will assault the closest one to him.
Go for it. Probably not the one that was bit by the rat, I'll guess. That's a hit. Damage.
Yeah, whatever.
Check his armor.
That is a D8.
-2 for his armor.
That's a 6.
So 4, that's enough to kill him anyway. He dies. And the diseased one snaps out of it and it is no longer, his target is now dead, so he can now attack whoever he wants. But it is Scorn's turn, so I may have spoken too soon.
Scorn will bite him again.
Go for it.
He's already weakened by the first set of disease. All right, that is a 13. And you said we added strength for this, 14?
Yep, okay, that's a hit. I reduced the damage by 1 with his armor, so...
There's a 4.
Okay, so he takes 3.
Then he does the D14 presence check.
D14 presence check, he fails again, so he is once again diseased. Okay, and it's Vagel's turn.
Vagel's going to go add another one with the sword again.
Go for it.
It's a 9, so
That's gonna
misses.
miss, yes, okay. Prugel.
And then Prugel, he has a try to hit one with his hammer. Heh, he got a 2.
Okay.
And I don't know if those berserkers go now or how you want to.
Oh yeah, they should go actually on his turn too. Yep, that would make sense. So I'll let you roll for them as well.
Okay.
Huge warhammers.
Number 1 berserker gets a 4. Number 2 a 12.
They actually get to attack twice each.
Oh, okay.
So number 1 had a 10 and a 12. Is that what you said?
A 2 and a 12.
A 2 and a 12. Okay, that's 1 hit.
And then a 4 and a 20.
Oh, okay. So the first hit with the first berserker does a D10 damage.
8.
Okay, that's going to be -2 for his armor, so 6. He's still up. Oh, wait, is he up? No, I think that drops. Nope, he's down. Drops him. So there's only 2 remaining. So your second berserker hit with a 20, right? Was that a natural 20?
Yeah.
Double damage. Roll D10 times 2.
5 times 2 is 10.
10 -1 for his armor is 9. That kills him outright and destroys his armor. So only 1 remains. He was the diseased one. He no longer has an enemy to attack. But it is Krator's turn.
Since how many are left? 3 or 2?
One, just one.
And it's armor.
Because these berserkers made of this like weird blood-like elemental stuff just killed 2, didn't they? Yeah.
Okay, so since I'm ineffective, I'm going to crawl over to Lycan's body and start seeing if he's got anything useful.
Start stealing his shit. Fair enough.
Yeah.
He has everything except his sword at the moment, I believe. Which his brother is
take it
using.
all.
Okay. So you start looting the body. And that brings us to Belsum. One guard remains.
Belsum's furiously coming at him with that
Actually,
hook
he made
hand.
his morale roll, didn't he? Okay, go for it. He made his morale. He's not going to run.
And Belsum is not going to hit again with a 6.
So the bad guy gets to attack somebody. He's automatically going to attack the guy with the whip. No, maybe not. That guy kind of disengaged. I'll roll randomly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is attacking Vagel. So Vagel, you can make a defense roll, please. Don't forget, of course, it's reduced by it's a DR 10. Thanks to Poultry.
So we got an 18 on that.
Okay, yep, you dodge it easily enough. Then it goes to the next round. I'll roll. Bad guy, or sorry, good guys go first. Graf, do you want to finish him off? Or not? But
Yes, sorry, was muted.
you want to try?
Natural 18 with a bonus. The D8 is
Damage.
a 4.
Yep, that drops him. He's done. You've killed the last guard.
Nice.
6 guards are now dead, and you're standing in this dining room now, which has blood and gore all over it and bodies. There's 6 dead guards. There's Lygan and Thurg both dead, and Hamfund. Sorry, you lost 3. Hamfund is dead as well. So there's like 9 bodies in here.
Graf will roll in the gore.
Okay. The man sitting in the chair still hasn't moved. He's got blood all over him now too. That's splashed from the fight, but he has not moved.
Is anybody wounded?
Yeah. Belsum is kind of grabbing his side a bit, moving toward the table and getting ready to open up his Bible. He's like, "Do we have 5 minutes?"
Here, take a medicine.
You want to look into that
D6.
guard room where the guards came from?
Graft is going to put his armor back on, turn back into his more humanoid form.
Is he? Doesn't that require a roll?
That's he's going to do. Yeah, we're going to try that.
What is it?
I'm pulling it up right now. We were asking about that, and
Does
they were
anybody
saying,
want to check out the guard room in the meantime that the guards came from? The door's still open leading into there.
First, I want to give Vagel this horn
Okay.
from his dead brother. It's the horn of whatever the city's name is, Schleswig, the Schleswig Lords. Once per day, release a blare from this dented old trumpet and test presence DR12. One creature may make their next non-combat test an automatic success.
Nice.
So I'm giving that to Vagel. And then I'll give
Cool.
Balsam these medicines for D6 hit points.
Thank you. Do I roll that D6?
In the meantime,
yeah, go ahead.
Prugel will go check the guard room.
All right. Big 1. 1 hit point. Thank you, though.
Okay.
You're welcome.
And it was Prugel, was it? Or Vagel?
Yeah, Prugel.
Prugel.
Vagel was receiving the.
Remind me again, some horrible notes. Is Prugel a priest or the hermit?
He's a hermit.
He's the hermit. Got it.
Yep.
He's the hermit. Krator is a priest. And Belsum is a priest.
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to actually write this down. The other guys are skinwalkers. So we still have 1 royalty, 1 hermit, 2 priests, and 2 skinwalkers, plus a fool.
It doesn't have a roll to shift. It just says it takes one painful round.
Just takes one painful round.
I thought something might be interesting is that it carries over, a little more aspect of the bestial form every time he changes into it.
That's interesting.
I just read over it. I didn't see it anywhere that it said it took. I'm happy to do it if you want to do a roll for it.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to. I couldn't remember the rules.
Weaken to the mind, presence of bestial instincts. Roll d6 for the weapons. Shifting your bones as it occupies a single painful round.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You change back
He screams
into your more human form.
takes a big dump and then puts on his armor and stuff.
So Prugel, you are into the guard room. So there's a rotten stench coming from in here. It's hot. You can hear sad violin music coming from the staircase at the northern end of the room. There's a fireplace here, which is blazing hot. That's where the heat's coming from. There's some debris and a wooden table with chairs. Looks like the guards were playing some kind of a, dice game of some sort with some really. They look like dice made out of molars or something. So yeah, there's some rickety wooden stairs at the north end of the room, which leads down. The oil lamp chains and hooks in the ceiling can be seen beyond into the room beyond, the stairs. You can't see the floor obviously because it's at a lower level than you. On the western wall to this room, there's one door, which leads to the, obviously at least the room you've just come through, the dining hall, and then just north of that, there's another door on the same wall. It's made of iron. You can hear scratching noises coming from somewhere beyond it. And of course, at the southern end of the room, there is another door, a heavy door, which you can presume leads back to that library bedroom.
Okay.
Just based on logic.
All right. Prugel just goes back in
Do you
there
want
and
to
tells
ransack
them.
the room? Or no? There's options to
What
ransack.
kind of weapons? What kind of weapons did those guards have?
They all had swords, D8 swords. No, sorry, D6
Okay.
swords. D6 swords. Oh man, I was rolling the wrong dice that whole time. Fuck that. These guys were Uber guards. They have D8 swords. They've got. They're like
I'm taking
they're
one.
like bastard swords, hand and a half swords, I guess.
I'm taking one.
Yeah, Prugel goes out and tells the guys, the rest of them, that what he saw, and then he goes back in and starts ransacking the room,
Okay.
looking for stuff.
Roll a D6 twice. And tell me what you get both times.
2, 3.
So you find a necklace with a black stone, and you find 9 silver pieces.
Can I get armor off these guys too?
Yeah, they had some leather armor.
I'll
Not
take
all,
some
a
leather
couple of
armor.
them were destroyed, but there's still probably 3 or 4 usable sets there. I think they only two got hit with crits. So yeah.
What does leather armor do for you?
It gives you a negative D2 armor reduction or damage reduction.
Okay.
What else does it do? It gives you tier 1 armor, basically. That's it. Yeah, negative D2 damage.
All right. Well, I feel safer already.
Belsum
Does
is
it
just
increase your difficulty rating for agility tests at all?
No, not for light tier 1 armor.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's only once you get to tier 2 and tier 3.
Okay. Nice.
Tier 2 is a +2 on agility tests difficulty and a +4 difficulty for heavy armor.
There
And a
we go.
+2 defense. Okay, yeah, so it's +2 defense difficult, for both of them as well. but the
Okay.
heavy armor just gives a +4 on agility as opposed to a +2 for medium. There you go. So that's the difference. So yeah. Anybody else wants to armor up? Wants a suit of leather armor off these guards. There's another 3 sets after the one that Krator just took.
Well, Belsum's got some plate armor, but he would like to try to get a good molar off of the individual that he spiked with his hook in one shot right at the beginning of the combat, as he's got a tooth necklace and he likes to collect teeth.
Nice. Yeah, you can pop one of those out and start fucking adding it to
Like
a
drilling a
necklace.
hole in it with my hook, getting it ready to put on my necklace.
Brilliant.
Can I go back and look at that library? Search through there.
Yeah, you can go back into that room for sure. This is Krator again. Yeah, okay. So again, the old man still just sits at that dining room table. Just apparently,
Does he look dead?
No, he seems to be alive. He's warm to the touch and he's breathing lightly. He's just in some kind of a trance or something. You don't know. But back to that bedroom, library bedroom that's kind of between the entrance hall basically and the guard room on the right side. So yeah, again, there's a pair of torches dimly glowing in here. There's 3 skeletons divided amongst 2 beds. There's a gigantic bookshelf, which if you're looking closer at that, Krator, I imagine that might catch your fancy. It looks like
Yeah.
obscure literature written with a frenzied hand in an unknown language. Would you like to study the books more closely?
Yes.
Roll a d4.
2.
2. You get lightheaded. For the next half hour, you have a +2 difficulty on all presence and agility tests.
Already.
And there's a bedside table with withered flowers and a clay vase. That's it. That's all there is about this room.
Then I'll stumble out, lightheaded.
Okay.
If everybody's finished with the armor, Craft and Scorn are going to vandalize them, cut all the straps, make it unwearable for someone to come up and follow up behind us.
Fair.
Then they're going to shit on them,
Okay.
marking their territory.
Goodness gracious.
Oh shit.
It's got to be done.
It has been done.
I have some perfume. Anytime he's farting or shitting, I'll squirt some perfume in the air.
Yeah, I don't think any of us will blame you. I don't think any of us would blame you for that. Okay.
You know how sometimes perfume over top of a nasty smell just makes it worse?
So,
Indeed.
where you're at right now, anyway, there are 2 doors, well, 3 different directions unexplored, basically. There's the northern door in the dining hall. There is the west side of the guard room, but north of the entrance to the dining hall. So there's another, basically an entrance to the room above the dining hall, if you want to look at it that way. And then there's the stairs leading down from the guard room as well. So those are the kind of different directions you have to consider. But you're resting for like 5 minutes or something anyway, right? And
We don't have to.
We're going to do some kind of mechanical effect for that. Was somebody going to do something?
I was going to read the Bible, but I got a little bit of healing, so I'm just going to
Okay.
roll with it.
So if not, okay, cool then. Well, let's take a quick bio break.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, take a bio break, and then we will continue with the dungeon.
Cool.
Six guards killed 2 player characters and an NPC. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Like I said, I've never run this before, so I didn't know what to expect or, how deadly these combat encounters would be. Pretty deadly, still. It helps when you don't roll the right damage or the right dice for damage, but
I realized as soon as my gutterborn scum died, I was like, oh, I didn't even grab his omens. Well, c'est la vie.
He died with luck.
Yep, unfortunately. Not Belsum, though. He's already spent all of his.
He's making up for his dead compatriots'
Yeah, that's right.
negligence. Oof.
All right, cool.
Just go
Be
out
right
for a
back.
Yeah, cool. I'm just going out for a smoke anyway. But I got the wireless headset, so I can still talk. The combat rounds go really fast, especially considering how many combatants we had. There was like up to 16 people involved in that combat. Pardon me. Real nice change in the weather here tonight, man. The last few days has been so bloody windy and cold out here. Today it's very mild and very light wind.
Back.
Welcome back. So what do you think of it so far, Mark? Is this your first or second time playing Mörk Borg? I can't remember.
First time. It's pretty neat. I was starting to get attached to that other character for a second, and then he died.
Yeah, I think 2 characters apiece was good. I didn't realize how many different NPCs and animal companions they were all going to end up coming with, but still,
Does this game like level up or anything?
sort of. You can get better or worse as you survive adventures. Maybe at the
Cool.
end we'll look into that. Yeah, we'll go over that at the end of the session, maybe just so we can see how characters improve. It's not like it's not massive level based system or anything of that sort, really. So,
Yeah.
and like I said, you can actually get worse as well.
Yeah, because 4 or 5 hit points, rough. But I kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much anybody can die from a sword thrust, nearly. Who was it? Oh, it was the dog had 8 hit points. Jesus Christ, probably the toughest one in the group.
Yeah, we should have brought the dog with us.
Probably, but I had 10 characters to keep track of anyway with the the bloody squire and the fool.
But we should have left them with the horse and took the dog with us.
Well, he
I
could
mean,
leave
the
his.
dog's still out there if you want to like try to master it.
It only listens to your character, though, right?
The one that died.
Yeah.
And now he's independent. That's why him and the horse can go off adventuring. He's stronger than any character. The horse is intelligent.
Be like some weird, dark,
Got a
twisted
career.
version of a Benji movie.
That's the side quest is the horse and the dog are going to go off on their own at the end of this.
Yeah, that horse is super intelligent. Maybe he can train the dog.
I mean, what was his name? I already forgot. Thurg, his last command to the dog was to protect the horse
Yeah.
and to find him if the horse was in trouble. So that if that happens, if the horse is ever in trouble, then that's going to be a sad dog because he's never going to find Thurg unless he comes back here and finds his corpse.
Okay. Oops. Ouch. I think I have everything I need now. All right.
Did you
I'm
say I was
back.
going to be lightheaded for half an hour?
Say again? Oh yeah,
I was
yeah,
going to be
for like 30 minutes.
Jeez. All right.
Okay, this is where we are. Double check my map. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Cool. Yep. Good, good, good.
Back.
So, let me see here. describe this room for you. Something I could do now. Will I? No. Okay, so in the dining hall, there is one door at the northern end of the room on the western end of the northern wall that heads north. And in the guards room, there's stairs leading down into a room that you could see a little bit into from the guards room. And then there's an iron door also leading west into a room you presume to be above, north of the dining hall, as it were. And
Did the music
again,
stop?
no, you can still hear the faint violin music playing off to the north. It gets louder down the stairs from the guard room. So looking into just looking down the stairway from the guard room, you can see like an oil lamp. You can see chains and hooks from the ceiling hanging down in whatever that room is beyond. Let me see if there's anything. Yeah, hooked chains hanging from the ceiling.
Let's check this west door first.
Yeah, the iron door.
Yeah, where the sound is not coming from.
Yep. Yeah, the iron door. You can hear scratching noises from the other side. Not on the door itself, but you can definitely hear scratching sounds from beyond. Let me check something here. The door is locked.
I have a metal file and lock picks, but I don't know if I want to open it.
Give me a presence test anyway. Who was searching the bodies of the guards, taking the weapons or armor? Anybody who did that can make a presence test.
No. Do I do that after I've been lightheaded?
Yeah,
I get their bodies before I went over there.
you would have done it before, so no.
Like it's a D20.
Yeah, just a 12 difficulty.
I rolled a 9.
No. Okay. Nobody else?
Belsum did not check anybody's.
Okay.
Craft and Scorn just rolled in the
Yep.
gore. They really weren't interested in anything else.
Okay.
I just wanted a molar.
Fair enough. So yeah, that iron door is locked.
All right, go north.
Down the stairs or through the doorway from the dining hall?
The doorway.
Okay, from the dining hall. Got it. Okay, so going back there. Let me double check this door. I just want to see if it's locked. Nope. It's quiet if you listen at the door at all. It seems quiet beyond this door. So you open it. And you're looking into a corridor, dark and cold. There's a light at the end of the corridor. And again, you can hear the violin music faintly in the distance. There are paintings on the walls of the corridor. They're very like bland landscape type pictures. Oops, isn't that the way I want to do it? I'm going to do it this way.
I say
Landscape
this
like
way,
this.
and I start marching down the hallway.
Here's an example of one. Yeah, you start marching down the hallway towards the actual doors themselves.
Yeah, toward the light down there.
Yeah, towards the north. Let me double check something here. Are you carrying any kind of light yourself, or are you just kind of walking towards the light in the distance?
Yeah, I'm just marching through the dark hallway toward the light.
Excellent. That's a Krator, yes?
Yes.
Let me double check something here. So what happens?
Vagel's behind everyone talking shit about his dead brother Ligon to Prugel.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and Belsum knew that Therm had a lantern on him with some oil. So Belsum would grab that off of his hip and give a quick moment of remorse to his lost comrade before following the group into the kitchen area.
Kitchen area. No kitchen area yet. Okay, so as you walk into the corridor, Krator leading the way, there's a door immediately on your right. You can assume it leads to, it's an iron door again, so you assume it leads to the same room that that other door that was locked led to. If you check it real quick, it doesn't seem to be locked, but it is stuck. But you keep going towards the painting anyway, and towards the further down the corridor. There's another room at the end of the corridor. So as you're walking towards the painting, yeah, give me a presence test, Krator. This is going to be a DR 16.
And I got a +2 for lightheaded. So 18.
Yeah.
Fail.
Okay. So you step onto a large hidden pit trap
Nice.
that pretty much goes all the way across the corridor here beyond before getting to the next room at the end. So you fall. Do you have armor?
Yes, I have leather armor.
All right. Give me roll a D2, please. I'll roll D6 for the damage. Okay, it's going to be 6 minus your damage reduction.
A D2.
Yep.
I rolled 2.
2. Okay, you take 4 points of damage from the fall.
All right, I'm reduced to 1.
And you land in a tunnel. The passage seems pretty tight to the left, or the west, if you will, of where you land from the pit trap. You could probably squeeze through there, but it would be difficult for anything large or anybody in heavy armor. So yeah, the tunnel narrows. It's, you know, you'd have to squeeze through it, but there is an opening beyond it, and you get kind of a pleasant, almost sweet smell coming from that direction.
How
To
far
the
down?
east, the tunnel goes to another room, and it's dark as shit down here, by the way, if you don't have any light yourself. So you just kind of, is there any light coming from the other room? Yes. So to the east, you can see spectacular colors down at the end of the tunnel that way. And there's a slight reek of sulfur as well coming from that direction.
Okay.
Now,
how far?
Sorry, go ahead. How far what?
How far down was it?
About 10 feet.
Okay, well, I'll yell up to them that I'm okay, and there's some other tunnels down here, and then I'm going to take one of these medicines to heal myself.
Okay, let me double check something here just to see if there's any chance of encounter. Okay, cool. Yep, so you take one of these medicines. What is it?
Yeah. D6, and I rolled 4, so I'm back to 4.
Okay, cool. So you guys saw,
I don't know if
you
y'all
can now see the
down
pit
here.
trap pretty obviously. And beyond
Looks like
it,
John just dropped off.
did he? Oh, we'll wait for him to come back. Okay, we'll wait for him to come back. So this pit trap anyway covers the entire width of the corridor, and there's a room beyond it. There's a subtle smell of sulfur coming from that direction as well. And again, you can hear the violin music.
This is down where I'm at.
No, this is beyond where you fell.
And
Where
this
I
isn't.
There's
Oh,
tunnels down.
sorry.
Yeah, you're down in a tunnel. They're in the
that
corridor
goes
above
which
you.
direction?
The corridor kind of goes north, south, north, if you will. You're in tunnel underneath there, going east, west.
Okay.
But let's get John back in here. What the fuck? Might be weather related. Yeah, it's got my OBS display all screwy now. Give him a few minutes here, and then if he doesn't get back to us, we might just have to carry on without him. Hold on. How's it feel being on the player side, Gavin?
It's fun. Yeah, I like the knowing impermanence of the character. Just like, all right, let's see how far this guy can go.
Yeah. Our first guy didn't even get to make an action. He just got cut down.
True.
Yeah, I was really trying to save the gutter-born scum, but too early. He was gone.
It's like you said before we started, yeah? The dice will decide.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, it would suck to lose our two skinwalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the meat of the party.
Are those skinwalkers? Are they like an extension class or something?
Yeah, they're from the Mörk Borg cult.
Ah,
They're
There's
on the
four of
website, I
them.
think.
Yeah, there's four of them that are in the what's it called? Scum birther. So there's the cursed skinwalker. There's the pale one. There is a sacrilegious songbird, which is kind of bard-like. And what's the fourth one that I'm forgetting? Something else. Oh, the Dead God's Prophet, I think it is. I think it's called.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but that sounds good.
I'm
oh,
looking at it now.
yeah.
I didn't realize you could turn on that other option to get the other character.
Oh, yeah. Enable MBC
Um,
content.
Yeah. Know what that was. Cool. Pretty neat.
Good
I
to
like
know.
the
Yeah.
generator.
Pretty cool. Lots of really cool tools for this game. Got a
Yeah,
dungeon generator like the character one too.
yeah, that's what I
That's
ran for
awesome.
my second session. Was I just pulled a random one off of there and then fleshed it out.
Yep, could just pull one up randomly here. The Den of Torment.
Yeah,
Looks like the
this
cursed
was
skinwalker's in the ferretary too.
Is it? Cool.
I think all those cursed skinwalker, pale one, dead god's prophet.
And the
yeah. I
sacrilegious
think
songbird.
all the
I don't
stuff pretty much on the website is in that
Ferratory.
the ferratory. Yeah.
Cool.
It's really cool. There's a lot of content in this.
Definitely. We're not getting any reaction, any replies from John. He is not online. Well,
So his Facebook thing isn't coming? Messaging on Facebook.
nope. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, darn it.
Yeah, I'd say he's having a weather-related internet outage or something. Okay. Well, we'll just carry on without him. The skinwalkers are still reveling in the glory of the previous kill. You can't get them away. Every time you try to pry them away from the bloody remains of the guards and dead party members, the bear one growls at you, and you don't like the look of that rat at all anyway. So yeah, you leave them behind in the dining hall for now. So in the
All right.
corridor, we have Vagel and Poltroon, Prugel, and Belsum,
hmm
with Krator in the tunnels, who's fallen down into the pit trap. Now you can try to get him back up out of there if you want, or you can go down and join him.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell up to them and tell them that there's a tunnel down here. Dude, should I climb up or should they come down? What do y'all want to do? There's two other tunnels here. One of them you said had light and a sweet smell, and one has a sulfur smell.
Yeah, the one to the west, down the narrower part of the tunnel, has a stuffy but sweet and pleasant kind of smell coming from it. It's got some dim light. And to the east, you see spectacular, like shining colored lights, but the air reeks of sulfur. And you can hear violin music in that direction too.
You all could just wait while I check this out, but that's probably not safe.
How far's the drop down into this pit?
About 10 feet. Like you could probably hang down and drop down relatively safely, I'd say, probably, yeah. Now that the trap has been discovered. If anybody has rope, it'd be even easier. But
None of that, but I'll go down and I'll open up the lantern that I plucked off of
okay,
Thurg.
cool. So you have some light down there.
Vagel and Prugel will follow.
Okay, and Poltroon, of course, as
Some
well.
shit about Wagon. Yeah, and Poltrin.
So you all join
course.
Krator in the tunnel below. So
All right,
which
then
way?
let's
East or west?
the sweet smelling side first.
That's to the west. So that's the tight passage. Is anybody wearing heavy armor? Somebody is,
I
right?
got left.
Yep, I am.
Mail armor. That's tier 2. Is that considered heavy?
Tier 2 is okay. Tier 3 is heavy.
Yeah, I got
So,
plate.
Belsum,
tier
you're not
3.
going to be able to fit through that tunnel without
All
taking off
right.
your armor.
I'll hang back here. Holler if you really need me. And once they depart, I'll keep my ears open and I'll start reading from the Bible and try
Okay.
to heal up some more.
Fair enough.
So that takes 5 minutes. So
Okay.
I guess whenever you say 5 minutes are past, or if something else happens, just whatever.
Sounds good. So we have Krator, followed by Vagel, Poltroon, Prugel, going down
Yep.
this narrow tunnel to the west. So you come to, it goes down for a little ways, and you come to a large room, oil lamps hanging from chains in the ceiling. It is hot and stuffy in here, but in a pleasant way. You see it's a glass-walled room, sorry, with plants. You see palms, cacti, and flowers growing rampantly. Behind the glass, dim moonlight is visible. And there's a path here that leads to a small camp in this little garden, greenhouse kind of area. And there's a woman seated by a campfire with 3 young companions. She sees you approaching, Krator. She says, "Oh, please join us. We have food, fire. These
Who
are
are you?
my young companions, my hosts. My name is Lesty." She has long, dark hair. She's dressed in a kind of like a gunny sack with armholes. She seems pleasant.
You know Aldane?
Aldane? No, I don't know Aldane. But please, come. Stay a while.
We are busy. We don't have time.
You see she's kind of brewing something or heating some kind of drink over the fire. She says, "Have some of our healing brew."
I think.
You say no?
Anything else around? Yeah, I say no.
Anybody else?
None of my characters are injured. Prugel will holler down the tunnel though, and tell who is the guy who's still down there. I'm sorry.
Balsam?
Yeah,
Balsam, yep.
tell Balsam that there's some lady down here with some healing stuff.
You don't.
She says it'll heal you.
I'm gonna holler back if they see another way around.
There is no other way around. This is like the end of this direction anyway. It seems to end at this greenhouse.
What are you
No,
people
this is
doing?
the end.
I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna wait here. I'll see you guys.
I'll ask this woman what she's doing here.
She says, "Well, I'm trying to deal with the vermin that runs this place. Perhaps we can work together."
Have you heard of an accursed man? The accursed man?
The accursed man. Oh, you
Or do
mean
you
that
know?
fellow in the guy in the dining hall?
Oh, is he cursed?
I don't know. He doesn't move. Something's wrong with him. Come on. Are you going to stay or what? Join our camp.
We're looking for this boy. You want to join with us? Pack up your shit and come on.
The three young women sitting with him draw knives and begin to chant, "Lesdy, Lucy, Lesdy, the chosen, the delightful," and they attack.
I was gonna say I'm backing up.
Roll initiative. D6. Just roll one for me, Mark.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. Okay, so the bad guys go first. So they have Vagel, Poltroon, Prugel, and Krator here. Okay. So we're going for Krator first. The first companion attacks Krator with this knife, long knife, in fact. They're not wearing any kind of armor. They're young, dressed in rags. They have the zealous look in their eyes, though, as they chant their companion's name and attack you with these knives. So go ahead and roll defense there, Mark, for Krator.
What is it?
I think it's your agility test.
Then I got leather D2.
It's probably been 30 minutes, so you're not dizzy anymore. Leather is your armor reduction, so.
Well,
So roll D20 plus your.
13.
Okay, yeah, you dodged the attack, no problem. The second one attacks Vagel. Vagel, make a defense roll.
Okay. Agility, right?
Yes. D20
3 minus 1 for agility is 2.
Okay. Do you have armor?
Yeah, he has mail armor. So that
Right.
actually increases the difficulty rating by 2, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
So
increases
he
your
missed.
difficulty.
Yeah. Should
Anyway.
I roll the decrease?
No. Don't worry about that. So your hit, roll your damage reduction. Yes, if that's what you meant by decrease. Sorry.
3.
3, and it hit you for 6, so it does 3 damage.
Well, son of a
Rolling
bitch.
a lot of max damage on these rolls today. That's the one thing I'm really rolling well on.
What can he do for an omen at this point? Because that would kill him.
Oh, you can use omens.
Is it too late to use his omen? Maybe re-roll something?
No, you can use an
re-roll
omen
your damage
to make them re-roll, or you can reduce the damage by a d6, an additional d6.
I'll reduce the damage by an additional d6.
All right, I'll let you roll that. Roll d6.
Okay, so how much damage got total?
3 got through.
3 got through. So he has 2 hit points, so he needs at least a 1.
Yeah, roll a d6.
But he rolled a 1, so
So
I guess he's at
down to
0 now.
He's exactly at 0. That's interesting.
Yeah,
He's not dead. He's only broken.
that's right.
So when you hit 0 hit points, roll a d4.
Son of a gun. 3.
He has a hemorrhage. He will die in 1 hour unless treated. All tests are DR16 then for the first hour, DR18 the last hour. Okay.
So he'll die in 1 hour, and all tests are D16.
So he's
until he
hemorrhaging,
dies,
but
unless
he's still
treated.
standing then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Call.
he's still going.
And there's one left. That one is attacking 1, 2, 3. Prugel. Prugel, make a
Okay.
defense roll.
Prugel got a 7 on that.
Okay, so Prugel is hit. Damage reduction if you have it, or you can use omens.
He needs to use an omen too.
Okay.
He has no damage reduction.
Do you want to re-roll, or do you want to?
What are the options?
What was your roll
again?
total
7.
plus your agility? Just 7.
7, 8 plus agility. So
Okay, so you can reduce the. No, it would still hit you.
I could just add 4, right? Can I add 4
Oh,
to
no,
any
you
roll?
would be fine if you reduce the DR by 4. That takes it from 12 to 8, and you had an 8, so you
Okay.
succeed. So you can do that. Spend an omen.
All right,
and the attack
that's what he
misses
will
you.
do.
Perfect. Okay, so that was the bad
Okay.
guys. Then we go to your guys. So I'll let Vago go first.
Okay, so his DR is now 16, I guess, because
Correct.
he's hemorrhaging.
Correct.
He rolls an 11, so he misses.
Okay, so he's struggling.
Yep.
Then it's Poltroon. Oh, Poltroon, of course, now starts doing his distraction thing,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
increasing your chances for defense. And Prugel.
Prugel's got that hammer. Shit. He only rolls a 3, so he's going to use another omen and re.
Okay.
He had 4 originally. Now he's 2. Shit. He only got a 9.
Still
So.
misses, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Then he goes to Krator.
I'll hit one with the sword.
You'll try. Strength test. DR12.
Roll a 1.
You rolled
Wait,
a
I'm going
1?
to use an omen. Yeah, I'm going to use an omen to re-roll.
Okay. Spend an omen to reroll.
14.
Okay, that's a hit.
Right. 8 damage. 8 damage.
8 damage. Whew. Yeah, that straight up kills her. Yeah, she's got no armor. So you kill one of the hosts. And Leslie has slunk off amongst the plants and disappeared.
Mm.
Belsum, you hear all this noise going on now. It sounds like a fight has broke out. You hear shouting.
I was just about to ask if I knew what was going on.
You definitely know there's a fight.
How far am I into reading my Bible?
It's not been 5 minutes quite. It's probably pretty close.
Yeah.
Yes, fuck it. Let's say it's 5 minutes.
Okay, just
Yeah,
curious
we'll go with
if
it. Let's say 5
yeah.
minutes.
Okay, so just as I'm hearing this breakout, I slam the book closed and I finish reading my verse. I have to roll a die. It doesn't say which one. And for an even, I heal, and for an odd, I'm plagued by demonic hallucinations, and you are allowed to invent D3 things that only I can see, and you describe them to me as if they were true. This effect will end with sunrise. So odds or evens, it just says roll a die,
Roll
so I
any
don't know
die.
what. All right.
Doesn't matter. You have 50-50 chance. Unless you're using some weird Zachi dice.
Nope. I Well, tell me what I see.
Okay, so you hear this fight breaking out. You slam shut the book, and you're planning to go to help them, right? So you immediately, realizing your armor isn't going to fit down there, you go to start unbuckling it, and you realize that you're not wearing any armor. You have like living armor, these beetles crawling all over your body, and they're biting you constantly, and it hurts. It's painful. You
Oh
look,
man, this
you
is
look, and you see
intense.
that narrow corridor that your friends are in or beyond. And as you're looking at it, you see like heat pulse through the stone of the tunnel as the stones seem to like warm and shift and shape and get wider and wider so that it's large enough for you to run down there.
All
But
right,
you're still
so I'm
being bitten by
like
all the beetles that you're wearing.
swatting at my chest, and trying to scrape and like remove this sheath of beetles. Would that
Yeah.
essentially be me removing my armor?
So you're just like
Like if,
brushing these things away. And every time you brush a patch of them away, it just fills in with more.
all right, so I'm trying to peel my armor off. And that's not working. So I look down and I run down the welcoming warm passage.
In the direction that your friends are in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you do, and then boom, you find yourself stuck as you get wedged into the tunnel. Because you are actually still wearing armor, even though you can't see it. You don't realize it for a
Right,
moment.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I was
So
just
you're
kind of
now
like
wedged in the
clawing at
tunnel.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
And if they try to retreat, they're not going to be able to. So
All
back
right,
into the
cool.
room.
Can I like see any of them from where I am wedged? Can I see in far enough?
No, not quite. No, because they had to follow a path through all the trees and stuff in the greenhouse to get to the little camp where Leslie was at.
Right. So I just kind of see the
You can
backs of
see
like
you can see
foliage.
some,
Like,
yeah, you can see some kind of massive underground greenhouse in there. That's where the
all
nice
right,
warmth and the smells are coming from.
cool.
And you're still being bitten by these beetles, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
You take a point of damage, but put it in parentheses because it's not real.
Yeah, got it. But I
Okay,
feel it.
you feel it.
Yep.
And we go back to the room. So Eric, go ahead and roll d6 for me for initiative. Still have 2 hosts.
6.
Okay. So that means you guys go first. So Vagel, you get to act. You're still hemorrhaging.
Okay. DR 16, but he's got a +2 now because Poltroon is.
That's just for your defense, isn't it?
Your allies get +2 on attack/defense.
Your attack and defense. Okay, cool. Brilliant.
So,
Let's take it back then.
so who's left in the room now?
There are 2.
You said Leslie
these.
ran away.
Yeah, she disappeared amongst the foliage.
Okay.
So it's
All right.
you and Prugel, Poltroon, and Krator, and of course these 2 young ladies.
And do they
in their
still seem
rags.
hostile even though Leslie left?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
They seem zealous.
So
and hostile.
Vagel's gonna
They're
try
still
to hit one
chanting
of
her
them.
name as they're
Sword.
attacking you.
Okay.
Roll.
Here goes his roll. 18.
That's
So
a hit.
that's a
Even with
hit
hemorrhaging.
with that D6 sword. 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. She's badly hurt. She's badly hurt, but she's still alive. And it is Poltroon doing his thing. Then it's Prugel. Sorry, my microphone got screwy there. I had to move my headset a little bit.
Prugel's got a hammer, so he's gonna try to use that. It was
What did he roll?
a 1.
1. He
Yeah.
swings the hammer and she slashes out with her dagger, almost cutting his wrist. He just manages to turn enough away to manage not to get his wrist slashed with her dagger, and his hammer smashes up against, or actually smashes into the floor, and the head of it shatters. The hammer is broken, and it's Krator's turn.
I swing on her with a sword. 9.
That's gonna miss.
I'm gonna use an omen.
Use it. You're gonna
Critical
reroll
20.
a 20. Okay,
Yeah.
damage is doubled, so roll your damage times 2. She has no armor to destroy, so to damage.
12 damage.
12 damage. She's dead. You killed her.
Nice.
There's only one left. She's badly hurt. Let me double check her morale. Because she might. Do they have morale? No, they have no morale. Okay, she's a zealot, so she's gonna fight to the death. Okay, cool. And it's her turn. I'll just roll randomly again, just to be fair, so I'm not picking on anybody. She's attacking Vagel. Do or die, Vagel.
Okay.
So you get a
Do
plus
or
2 to
die.
your defense for Poultry.
Yeah. His difficulty rating is 16.
Do you have any omens left?
No.
Damn.
Difficulty rating 16 minus 1 for agility, but
Hey,
plus
can't other
2.
people
So
use their omens for other people's rolls?
That's true. They can. Yes, other people can use their omens to re-roll for you. So
Got a few.
So you can take the roll and see what happens. So you're at a -1 agility. You said, yeah.
he's going to roll. Yeah, -1 agility.
So you're at a 15 or better.
Yeah. Actually, well, his ability's -1. It deducts from the.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, deducts from the roll.
So we got a 17 minus the 1 is a 16, but then he gets that plus 2
He avoids
for
it.
the Poltroon stuff. So
Well done.
cool.
He lives to fight another round. So good guys went, bad guys went. Belsum is stuck. Belsum, give me a strength test.
All right.
We're gonna call this, because of your situation, we're gonna call it a DR 14.
Well, I'm even on my strength, and I rolled an 18.
Nice. All right, you managed to force your way out of your armor and into the greenhouse area. You can hear the fight is going on up ahead of you. Do you want to
I
progress
like
that
drop
way,
out
or
of
do you
it,
wanna-
like leave it wedged in the rock, like just kind of like worm down out of it, and then like
Yeah, and like
crab through.
your hallucination, the beetles just scurry off of you, and now you're there, like bare chested, which you really
Nice.
are. So,
Oh, I got rid of those fucking beetles.
what do you want to do?
I'm gonna move in and press through the foliage. So what would I
Towards your
immediately?
friends?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You immediately get attacked from behind as a long, dark-haired woman dressed in a gunny sack with armholes strikes at you from within the foliage. Go ahead and give me what do you call it? A defense roll.
Defense. Yep.
Yep. We're gonna increase
So
the
I have a
difficulty by
plus 2. Yep, for my armor, I have a plus 2 on this.
+2 also for being attacked from behind.
Oh, geez, yeah. No more omens, and I rolled a 7.
Okay.
No modifier.
All right. So you're hit. For oh yeah, you don't have any armor. You don't have any armor, so you didn't have that +2. Remember?
Oh, right, but yeah. Anyway,
Still failed though, right?
Still with a 7. Yeah.
All right, you're hit for 2
Good
points
call.
damage with an unarmed attack.
Now, how would I be feeling with that overlaying my psychological damage?
Oh right.
The-
Yeah. So you took
Because
one dice from
I
that.
had 3 hit points. Like realistically, I took like the
Okay.
one
But you feel like you have 0 now?
hallucination damage. Exactly. I would feel like I'm at 0.
Okay, so you are broken. So we'll roll the D4 for the broken chart. Because as far as you're concerned, it's real. Roll D4.
This is what I'm feeling. I got a 1.
You fall unconscious for 1d4 rounds. And you will awaken with 1d4 hit points.
Hey, that might be better, might be worse. I rolled a 1 for the rounds.
Okay, so she basically
As
comes
well.
up behind you. She like karate chops you, like the fucking the stereotypical one you see in the movies, right? Where they just hit you right between the neck and the
Right,
shoulder,
right.
and you
Just
drop.
drops me to the ground. Yeah, my naked ass.
What kind of weapon did you have on you?
I have a short sword and a hammer that I had stored. I've basically just been swinging with my hook hand.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Got it. Excellent. Very good. Now back to the other group. Initiative. Mark, you want to go ahead and roll a d6?
2 bad guys.
Bad guys go first. Okay. There's only one left. She is attacking Prugel. No, sorry, Poltron. She attacks the jester. You want to roll for him, Eric?
Sure. 15.
She hits him. Oh no, you're rolling his defense. Sorry. So she does not hit him. Silly me. I think I fucking broke my pen. Well, that sucks. Anyway, so then it's your guys' turn. We go to Vagel.
Okay, Vagel's gonna try to kill her with a sword. He rolls a 12. He needed a 16. So.
Okay, he misses. Then we go to Prugel.
Okay. Prugel rolled a 19. And his hammer. 1.
1 point of damage.
Yep.
Oh, she's still up. And she's fanatical, so that's not gonna take her out yet. Okay. But Krator could still drop her, potentially.
Turn.
Yeah, I broke my pencil, or my pen, apparently. It sucks. Krator? What are you doing?
Miss. I'm going to use another omen.
Okay. My goodness, how many did you have?
I had 4 total. I got 1 left, and I missed again.
Okay. All right. So now you'll be out for 1 round. Kevin, starting now, so you'll be out this round. Belson will wake up next round.
Cool.
So initiative, Eric, roll d6.
5.
Okay, that means you guys go first.
Okay.
So we'll start with Vagel.
Okay, he's going to use that sword again. 17.
Okay, that's going to hit. Damage?
4.
Dead. Finishes her. The last of the hosts are dead.
Okay.
So all three of them are now dead.
Take a medicine, Vagel.
Oh yeah, but are we clear to do that though? We've got Leslie still running around.
You don't see her anywhere.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do you want
Yeah,
to
I'll
start
take a
searching
medicine.
around? Start looking for her, or just want to take medicine?
He'll take a medicine right now
Okay.
if he doesn't see her anywhere.
How much does that heal again? What's it do?
D6.
I don't know. D6.
Yep. Roll it, Eric.
3.
Is there any kind of negatives to that or anything? Is it just like a D6 healing potion type thing?
It says stops bleeding, infections, and heals D6.
Awesome. Cool.
Will that heal my hemorrhage too?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll stop your hemorrhaging. You're no longer broken. You've been treated.
Nice. So now I'm back up to 2 hit points.
Yep. You're not on death's door.
I thought he was dead, man. I thought for sure that guy was going to die.
Yeah, me too.
Guess we're not done yet.
Now, Belson
comes to
would
now.
pop up after a round, and I roll a d4 for hit points.
Yes,
and that's going to be my how I feel hit points because I'm actually still at 1 hit point technically.
Technically, you are. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I feel like I have 3 though. I feel like I have 3
You feel
hit
like you have
points.
3, but you actually have 1.
Yep.
So awesome. You come to, and you can hear them kind of moving around and talking. You don't see any sign of Leslie. You don't see any sign of your short sword either. It's missing. Safe to say she must have taken it off of you after she dropped you.
Oh, snap. I've been robbed. And I'm going to scream that out
So you guys
loud
hear
as
him
I wake
shouting.
up.
Yeah, let's start heading back because you said this place didn't go anywhere else.
Nope, it's a dead end from there.
I run over and ask him where his arm is.
There is that that brew that they were making. It's still sitting there on the fire. That healing brew they talked about.
Oh, that's right.
I had to get rid of the armor. The beetles wanted it too badly.
Yeah, you can see
The
his armor
Beatles?
kind of discarded in the tunnel. It's all badly scratched up and stuff from where he wedged himself into the thing and then tried to squeeze out of it and eventually popped it off.
Yeah, you don't see the beetles swarming all over that armor there? I had to ditch it.
There's no beetles. Lost your mind.
All right, well,
I don't have medicine.
I'll
for
be
that.
careful of the beetles. You do what you wish.
We're going back the other way.
Okay.
I'll head down
Yep.
the east tunnel where it smelled like sulfur.
So.
And I'm leaving my armor.
Okay, fair enough. So you begin to go east down this tunnel then to this room. So the tunnel widens as you're moving east. And then you come to a room illuminated with spectacular colors, stuffy air reeking of sulfur. To the north, the northern wall of this room has collapsed into a large cavern, looking very cavernous, to say the least. You can see a black, mushy gunk. There's a sulfuric haze obscuring the view, but you can almost see. Looks like maybe some kind of rooms on the other side of this black, sludgy ooze. There's a 50-foot tall pillar in the middle of the sludge, atop which two skeletons play the violin.
Okay. There's the music.
Mm-hmm. Just like that,
Okay.
right there.
There's the
Nice.
bull. Range.
The cave wall is covered with gems, beautiful green, pink, and violet gems, all fixed to the wall. That's where all the bright colors, spectacular colors, are coming from. To the west is the narrow crawlway you've just come from the tunnel. And to the east, there is an archway that leads into another room. Now, who is first into the room?
Yes, I was.
That's
Krator.
Krator, yeah? Okay, Krator. So as you move into the room, what am I looking for here? Hit points, morale. Ah, there it is. Okay, you are attacked by this unfathomably long, thick as an oak tree, worm-like creature that comes flashing up out of the sludge at you. Roll a defense, please.
17.
17. Okay, you dodge the attack as it misses you with its razor-sharp teeth and starts sliding back into the sludge. The sludge itself is oily, black, and like I said, it reeks of sulfur. You also feel heat coming, radiating off of all this stuff too. The skeletons continue playing the violin up atop the pillar. And we go into initiative now. So who wants to roll for the party? I guess I'll let you roll, Mark, since you're the first one in the room.
1.
A 1? Okay. The worm makes another attack, so roll again.
15.
Okay, it misses again.
Nice.
So we'll go top to bottom. Vagel, you see Krator is being attacked by this worm as he's in this little room. Like I said, straight across from the tunnel that you're coming out of is an archway leading into another room to your left, of course, which is north. That's where the big pool of this black sludge, the big pillar coming up out of the middle of it, and the worm seems to be coming out of it as well. What do you want to do, Vagel?
Vagel's gonna try to shoot that worm with his bow.
Sure, go for it.
A little bit of a distance.
That is a presence roll, DR12.
Okay, his presence is -1, so 18 -1 is 17.
Still a hit.
Okay,
his
and damage
hide.
is D6. 5 damage.
His hide takes 2, so he takes 3 points damage. Okay. Got it. Yeah, you shoot an arrow. It hits and kind of bounces off of the creature, takes, a little bit of skin out of it. And next
Okay.
is Prugel.
So did you say there was a room that had like gems on the walls?
That's the cave,
Is that this room?
cavernous room that you're in, yes.
The cave? Okay. Man, he wants to go in there and just start prying those off. He's ruthless and deceitful. He's really tempted about just doing that and leaving and saying to hell with this. And so that's what he's going to do, actually.
Prugel's going to start going for the gems?
Yeah.
And ignore the giant
he says,
worm?
screw it.
Okay.
Ignoring the giant worm and the fact that he's sent here to rescue the
Give
king's
me
son.
a strength test, DR12.
5 -1, so
okay. Yeah,
4.
you're struggling to get these gems out. They're really tight into this wall, so you're working away at it. What do you got, like a dagger or something?
Well, his hammer's broken, so I guess he's just banging on it. He's got a staff.
Okay, yeah, that's why he's struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's Krator's turn.
I will hack at the worm thing.
Go for it.
15 to hit.
Okay, the other will hit. I'll roll his armor. Roll your damage.
2 points.
And I have resisted 4, so he takes none. Your sword bounces meaninglessly off of his thick hide. And last is Belsum.
So this pillar that the skeletons are on, is it
It's in the
like
middle of
smooth?
this. Pretty smooth, yeah. I mean, you can see if you can see the image there, it's not completely smooth, but there's obviously scarring and marks in the stone. But
I'm tempted to climb it, but I think I'm just
you have
going
to
to
swim
take
out to it first. It's in the middle of this pool of sludge.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, all right. I'm just going to throw a hammer at the skeletons.
Okay, they're 50 feet up. It's going to be pretty tough. I'm going to call this, instead of a DR12, I'm going to call this a DR16.
16. Okay.
Presence test.
Oh, I rolled a 9. So
okay.
Goodbye, hammer.
Hits the pillar, falls down into the sludge, and sinks.
All right.
Okay.
And I'll move toward like the edge of the sludge and just kind of try to scope that out a little bit.
Yeah, it's scorching hot.
Tarry.
It's quite warm, hot, oily tar. Yeah. Smells of sulfur. That brings us to another round. So why don't you go ahead, Kevin? Roll initiative. Roll d6.
All right. I rolled a 5.
Okay, you guys go first. So we'll start with Vagel.
He'll use his bow again.
Okay, go for it. Yep.
Someone shoot the skeletons.
What?
Shoot at the skeletons with your bow.
Okay. Yeah, he rolled a 10 on that, so he's not going to hit those.
Okay, yep. Misses.
The arrow goes flying over.
Prugel,
whatever.
still working away at these gems. Roll another strength
Yeah.
test.
Yeah, he's going to work at the gems with his staff, I guess. He's really obsessed with them at this point.
Test your strength.
12 strength test, -1, so 11.
Almost. It's starting to loosen. He's still struggling.
Can he use an omen?
Yeah, sure. You want to use it to reduce the DR? Turn it into a success, basically?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Roll D4.
3.
You pop loose 3 gems. Each one's worth 200 silver.
Good omen.
Mhm. And then it is, see, that was Prugel. So it's Krator.
I attack with the sword.
Okay, still fighting this worm. You're very brave.
10. Not going to hit.
No. Okay, then it's Belsum.
So is Kratar like in the sludge fighting this thing?
So you can
No.
see, no, he's not in the sludge. He's at the edge of the sludge. You're at the edge of the sludge as well. So you're probably not too far
Yeah.
from each other. And you can kind of tell since you're looking out over this pool, it looks like, the pillar is in the center of the pool, basically. You're at the southern tip of the pool. The pillar
Right.
is in the center. It looks like to the east and also to the north, it looks like other rooms where parts of the wall have collapsed, just like the one that you're standing in, basically. So you think that there's other rooms that could be accessed across it if you can get across this pool as well. But there's, of course, also the archway to the east leading to another room. What do you want
All
to do
right, and
this
that's
round?
that's in front of the sludge. So I pretty much ran out of missile weapons since I threw my hammer away. So all I've got left is my hook hand. So I'm gonna run toward the archway and try to get
Into
away
the next
from
room?
whatever this monster is. Get a
Right,
little
so you're going
distance
to run
between me
into
and
what's
it.
called the chain room. It's a dimly lit, weirdly chilly and windy room. You realize as you run into this room, on your right is a set of stairs leading up, and you realize that's the way back that you would have come earlier.
Yeah, we saw that from up top, right?
Exactly. So hook chains are hanging from the ceiling. There are bloody tracks on the floor. There is an iron door on the northern wall with no handle. Um, there's the archway behind you, back to the gem room you just came from. And to the south is the rickety wooden stairs which lead up to the guard room. There's also a random encounter in here, so roll d4 for me, please.
Okay. 2.
2. There are also, roll d2, please. D2. I'll roll it.
Yeah, I rolled a. Sorry, I rolled a 3. So a 2.
Okay, so there are 2 massive black dogs in here with shaggy, oily fur. And they're going
Are
to.
they friendly?
No, they're not friendly. Now, so to keep things simple, I will just have them go on the same initiative as the worm. Just keep it real simple rather than having 2 different combats. So that was Belsum's turn, right? So then it's bad guy's turn.
Yep.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can get an attack on one of the dogs if you want.
Oh, cool. Yeah. As soon as I see that they're not
Not fair.
good
You just
boys,
charge
I'll
the hook
take
and
a,
get attacked.
I'll take a swing. I'll take
Go
a
for it.
swing with the hook.
Go for it. Swing your hook at one of them.
Rolled an 18.
That's a hit. They have no
So that's a D6, and I got a 1.
1 point of damage to one of the dogs. Okay. Yeah, he looks even less friendly now, if you will.
And I
Now it's
poop a
bad guy's
little
turn.
bit, but not in a disrespectful way, in an
So the
embarrassing
dogs will
way.
both attack you. So you can go ahead and roll a defense roll for the first one.
All right. First one, I rolled a 13 plus 1 for agility, 14.
Okay, cool. You dodge that. Second one attacks you. Roll that.
Oh, nice. There we go. 18 plus 1,
And you
19.
dodge the second attack as well. Very good.
Get off me, dog.
Then we go back to the worm. So who's left in here with the worm? Just Krator, Prugel, Vagel. Oh, and Poltron. I forgot about Poltron again. I'll roll randomly for targets this time. Is going for Poltron. Want to roll for Poltron, Eric?
Sure. He rolled a 17.
17. Okay, nice. He dodges the attack from the worm. And that's the end of that round's initiative. So go ahead, Eric. You can roll d6 for the initiative this round. Skeleton's still playing the violin.
6 on that.
6. That's good guys first. So Vagel,
Okay, Vagel's going to try to shoot one of the skeletons again.
go for it.
16.
16.
Is that presence, you say?
Yes.
Missile attack. So 16 minus 1 would be a 15.
Okay. It's a hit. You hit it.
Cool.
Um,
D6, I think. So 3.
So you hit one of the skeletons, and you see it teeter and fall off the pillar. Continues playing his violin all the way down as he hits into the sludge and begins to sink. The other one continues playing, seemingly not bothered or interested. And it's Prugel's turn.
Okay, Prugel. He's done with the gem hunting. He's kind of satisfied
Yeah, you
with
got 3
that.
gems there, yep.
So he's going to go ahead and use his staff on the
Okay, go for it.
roll to 16.
That will hit. Damage.
And then the damage is
Reduced by 2.
D4. 4 damage reduced by 2. So
2 points. Got it. Okay, cool. The worm is barely phased at all so far. Then we go to Krator.
Hit the worm. 16 to hit.
Okay, damage. Reduced by 3.
4.
So 1 point of damage.
I'm going to start to pull, move toward that arch.
Okay, start moving towards the arch. You can go into that. Go through it next round. Belson.
I'm going to take a desperate swing at the dog that I already took a little chunk out
Go
of,
ahead.
and then probably try to run out of the room. That's a 6, so I take an errant whiff and then sprint back into the worm chamber.
Okay.
I feel like at
You're
this
running
point,
back-
one worm.
You're running back
one
into the
worm
worm
is
chamber.
better
Krator is
than
trying to
2
run out of
dogs.
the worm chamber. You guys basically run into each other in the doorway. Okay,
And yeah, maybe I'm second guessing at that point, but I'm gonna keep going with my momentum.
no worries. That's fine. And Poltroon again gets attacked by the worm. You want to roll, Eric? Defense.
yep. 12.
12.
Yeah, and even 12.
Okay, yeah, so he dodges. No problem. And then the 2 dogs are still attacking Belson, who turned his back to them to run away. So go ahead,
Yeah.
Belson, and roll.
My first agility is a 14.
Okay, that's good enough.
And my second is mod 20, 19 plus 1.
Okay,
Nice.
you managed to avoid any damage from the dogs again. And it's the next round. So Mark, roll d6 for initiative.
2. When I roll, the bad guys always go
Mhm.
first.
Worm is attacking Prugel. We'll roll
Okay.
defense.
11 plus, I guess, is agility. So 12.
Yep, it's a success. No problem. You only needed 10 anyway because you have the +2 for Poltroon's interference. Okay.
Oh, is that still going on?
Yep. So then the dogs attack again at Belson. Belson, you can roll 2 more defenses.
All right. Got a 10 that time. And the second one is a 17.
Okay, the first one hits. D4 plus 1. So it's going to hit you for
Jester?
2 points of damage.
Is the Jester there?
No, not in the room you're in. Jester's in the other room,
man.
the worm room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Um,
Yep, that's it for Belsum.
Okay, it was 2 points of damage, so he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, he still feels alive, but he's actually dead.
So how many did he have? He had 1.
He had 1 hit point.
Yeah.
But he thought he had
Oh,
3.
nice.
Yeah, he had 1 hit point.
All right, he goes down.
Darn it.
And that's that. So it's the end. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, bad guys went first, so now it's good guy's turn. So Vagel.
Vagel's going to shoot at the other skeleton.
Okay, go for it.
He rolls an 8.
That's a miss.
Minus
Poltroon's
1
thing is only
present.
supposed to last for the first 2 rounds, actually, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
first 2
fine.
rounds.
I'll say it
so-
stops now. I forgot about that part.
Okay.
That's cool. No problem.
Okay.
Then it's Prugel's turn.
Prugel's going to try again with that staff. And he rolls a 12.
That's a
Minus,
hit.
did they minus strength on?
Melee
12.
attack, yes. Yep.
So it's minus 1, so he only got an.
Ah, you missed.
Yep.
Okay, then it's Krator.
I was moving toward that arch. Do I see
Right.
him and the
Yeah,
dogs?
you see him. You almost run into each other in the archway. You're momentarily like, whoa, oh, it's you. And then one of the dogs tackles him to the ground and like starts tearing out his flesh. The other dog leering behind it, looking at you through the archway.
I'll hack the one that killed him.
Go for it.
10.
It's gonna miss. Okay.
All right, I got 1 left, but I don't want to waste it yet.
All right. So that's good guys. It's bad guys. So it's the next round initiative. Kevin, you want to roll initiative for the guys? Since I guess you're out, aren't you?
Sure. 4.
4. Okay, you guys get to go first. Vagel.
He'll shoot another arrow. And he only gets an 11. So that's a miss.
It's another miss. Okay. We go to Prugel.
Staff. Staff at the worm.
Okay.
You got a 17 that time. Minus 1, so
Damage.
I assume that. And then damage is 4 minus the armor.
Yep, he takes 3. Got it. Let me double check something here. Cool. Just want to check something. All right, good. And then it's Krator's turn.
I'm gonna swing at one of the dogs. Missed, and then I'm gonna like start backing up and trying to lead it toward the sludge.
Okay, no problem. So that's the bad guy's turn. So the worm attacks Krator. Krator rolled defense.
Backed all over the place. I rolled a 2.
A 2. Okay, it's gonna
I'm
hit.
gonna use my omen. I'm gonna
Your
use my
last
last omen.
Okay, to reroll.
Critical 20.
Critical 20. Nice. Critical 20 on defense. Means you get a free attack. You can attack the worm. Go for it.
All right. 17. Well, 15.
Damage.
4 point.
Okay. Does 1. Excellent. And then it's the 2 dogs' turn. I'll roll randomly for their targets too. Why not? One is going for Vagel, and the other one is going for Prugel. Okay.
Okay.
So Vagel first. Defense.
Vagel.
Against his mongrel dog.
He gets a 18.
Okay, good. And how does Prugel do?
Prugel gets a 1 natural.
Oh, a natural 1 is going to be double damage and armor reduced 1 tier. Does Prugel have armor?
Nope.
Okay. So double damage first. So it's going to be 8 points of damage.
Okay, he's dead.
Okay. We won't worry about infection then. Prugel gets taken down by a
Oh.
hound.
Dropping like flies.
We have Vagel, Poltroon, Krator left. And that was the end of the bad guy's turn. Bad guys went last this time around, right? Yes. Okay. So it's next
Yeah.
initiative. Eric, go ahead. Roll d6 for initiative.
6.
Okay. Vagel can go first.
He'll shoot at another. Or
One more
yeah,
time.
the skeleton again. Yeah.
Okay. The only skeleton still playing the violin up there.
19.
19 hits. That skeleton topples over and also falls down into sludge, and the violin music fades out as he sinks into the black sludge. Krator.
Does the music stopping, does that do anything?
No.
Is the worm? Of course not. Okay, I'll attack the
Skeletons
I'll
are total
attack a
red herring.
dog.
Okay, go for it.
15.
15.
4
It's going to
damage.
hit. 4 damage. How many hit points do these guys have? Still up. He's wounded. He's got 2 wounds on him now. But he's still up. Okay, and now it's bad guy's turn. So the worm, I only have 3 targets now. The worm attacks Poltroon. Poltroon, roll defense.
19.
Okay, no problem. 2 mongrels. First one attacks Poltroon. The second one attacks Krator. So Poltroon, dog defense as well.
10.
10. That's going to hit.
He's probably dead.
It's 4 points of damage plus infection if he's still alive.
They didn't tell me how many hit points he had. I'm just assuming
I'm gonna assume
1.
4 point probably takes him out then. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
you were doing 4? Okay.
Poltroon, no, I'm gonna assume 4 points takes him out. That's what I said.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. No, Jester is gone. Getting disemboweled by one of the mongrel dogs. And Krator, how'd you do on your defense?
9.
A 9. Ooh. So you're gonna be hit as well. Do you have armor?
Yes.
Okay. Roll your damage reduction.
Rolled a 2.
So you rolled a 2. So you're gonna take 1 point of damage from the bite. And you need to make a
Okay.
toughness DR12. What's a toughness? Oh yeah, toughness is one of your abilities. Duh. I forgot about that one. So roll toughness.
Failed.
Failed. Okay, so you get an infection. Just says infection if toughness DR12 is failed. What does infection mean? There's some rules for that somewhere.
No healing when resting. Take D6 damage each day. It's on that quick
Nice.
reference.
Oh, is it in there?
It's under adventuring, underneath rest. There might be other things.
Oh, you're right. No healing when resting. Take D6 damage each day. Cool.
Well, even
That's
if I
good to know.
survive, I'll die. Oh, actually, I have one healing thing left that cures infection, so I get a chance
good.
to use.
Nice.
That's the end of the bad guy's turn, so it's top of the order again. Mark, go ahead and roll D6. 2 dogs and a worm.
2.
The ending of the music does not seem to have disturbed them. 2, so the bad guys go first. Worm attacks. There's only 2 targets now, right? Yeah. Worm attacks Vagel.
Okay, Vagel gets a 4 for defense.
Okay, Vagel is hit. That is going to be 5 points of damage and an agility test, DR6.
Well, he's dead, but
Okay. Did
he
he have
got a
armor
4 on his agility test. Oh wait,
Yeah,
he
no.
did have armor adds 2 to his agility tests, including defense. So D4, I guess, is his armor, right? Let me roll his armor. You got a 4 on that armor.
Okay, so he actually takes 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And your
So he's down to
test?
1. And then the agility test is a 16.
Oh, I thought you rolled it already. Sorry.
Well, if I already rolled it, then let's
Did
go
you
with
say you
what I
rolled a
already
4,
rolled.
yeah?
I forgot. Yeah,
okay.
I did. I
Okay.
guess I forgot about it. Yeah.
Okay, so it does 1 point of damage to you with his razor sharp teeth. And then it swallows you whole.
Oh, nice.
That's what the agility test is for.
Okay, cool. So he's gone. He's in the belly of the worm.
That means
Is that the worm or
he's
one
in
of the
belly
dogs?
it's called the gut worm.
The gut worm.
Shit.
Yeah, that hides in the Rotblack sludge. So he's been
Nice.
swallowed by the
Is he
worm.
still alive in this?
Krator is the only one alive, and you've got 2 dogs attacking you, so make 2 defense rolls.
13
That's a success, yep.
and a 7.
That is not a success. That dog hits you for 5 damage minus your defense, or
I rolled 2,
so you take 3 damage.
so I'm down to 1 hit point.
Okay, and roll. Oh no, you're already infected, so yeah, don't worry. Make another infection roll. It's fine.
And
Roll d6 for
my-
initiative.
So they went first.
Oh, they went first. Yeah, then it's your turn. You're right. Sorry.
Did Belsum had a lantern, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yep. That's on the ground.
I'm gonna run over there and grab it and see if the sludge is flammable.
Let's toss it out into the Rotblack sludge.
Actually, I'll smash it onto the worm,
Yeah.
like at the base of it. Sludge.
So the entire.
Nice.
So the worm catches fire, and the fire spreads over it quickly, and you see it kind of like scream, if you will. If worms scream,
Nice.
it makes some kind of a screeching sound, and it dives into the tar and back under the, under the top, under the visible level of the sludge, and flames begin spreading out from that area around where it's dived. Yeah, whatever, where it's gone back under the sludge. So now there's a fire spreading on the top layer of the sludge. The dogs are still there, however. So they get to make their attacks for your.
Now it's a new initiative.
Oh yeah, now it's initiative, right? Yep, roll initiative.
1. Damn it.
So roll your 2 defenses.
A 6 and an 8.
Okay, they both hit.
Getting
First one
rid of
hits for
people.
4 damage.
Um,
Oh, you only have
I'm
1
dead.
hit point, right? Yeah.
Yep.
The dogs finish you off as the fire spreads out across the Rotblack sludge, filling the entire room with flames, well, the entire area where the sludge is anyway. That's going to burn for a long, long, long time. And the dogs will go back to patrolling. Probably go back to the chain room where they came from. Maybe drag 1 or 2 of the corpses with them.
Just say, yeah, is somebody come along and turn our skeletons into the new minstrels to lure folks back in?
Maybe that might be an interesting idea. That will, however, since everybody is dead, that will end this particular one shot. Somebody was asking about character advancement. Now, for obvious reasons, it doesn't matter at this point. However, just so you to kind of address the question, I said I would go over that. It's called getting better or worse. So what would happen? Let me see here. Did I go the wrong way? Yeah, here it is. Game Master decides when a character could be improved. It can be after completing a scenario, killing mighty foes, or bringing home treasure, etc. When this would happen, what you do then is you roll 6d10. If the total result is equal to or greater than your current maximum hit points, you get to add a d6 to your maximum hit points. You also get to roll a d6 against every single one of your abilities. Any results equal to or greater than the ability, increase it by 1 to a maximum of +6. Results below the ability, decrease it by 1. Abilities from -3 to 1 are always increased by 1 unless you roll a 1 on the d6. At that point, it is then reduced by 1, but they can never be reduced below a -3. So you can go as high as a +6, as low as a -3 through the advancement phases, etc.
And that's also on page 33, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was just reading from, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Called Getting Better or Worse.
Yep.
Yep.
Good
There's
game.
also a thing here it says about left in the debris you find d6. So I guess you get a random. I mean, it's on that page. So yeah, you get to roll d6 as well to see if you get nothing, 3d10 silver, an unclean scroll, or a sacred scroll. So there you go. It would have been interesting to see what would happen if we didn't lose both of our skinwalkers due to a Texas snowstorm.
Yeah.
Not too frequently that Texas snowstorms affect my games, but go figure. First time for everything.
Yeah.
So any questions or thoughts, any comments? That was my first time running Mörk Borg, so I'm sorry if it was a bit
It was fun.
awkward at times, but
No, I had a great time.
Yeah, I think it was really good. Thanks.
I think we did everything pretty much right. I forgot that the minstrel or the fool, whatever he was, the jester, his thing was only for 2 rounds, but that's okay. No big deal.
Yeah, no biggie.
Didn't get to see the sword in action, which was a bummer. Because the squire got wasted. It says the sword disappears when the squire gets killed, so
Yeah. That's his only job, I think, is to carry.
yep,
It's
exactly.
it's a simple system, but there's so much randomness sprinkled into it that it's got tons of flavor.
The way I kind of saw those wretched royalty minions working is that they just have basically one purpose. They're not real hirelings that you can just send in to do. I mean, I guess you could theoretically say, "Hey, I'll have my jester open that door to see what happens." You know, send the squire down the corridor first to see if there's any pit traps, for example. But I didn't think they'd be effective in combat per se. They just do what they do, and that was it. You know. So
I
yeah,
think that makes sense. It doesn't say anything about them
yeah. I mean,
having any
it would give
combat
them full
skills.
stat blocks if they were meant to be used in combat. I'm sure.
Hmm.
So, right. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll stop recording. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for hosting. Yeah.
Before I do that, actually, let me see here. Can I do a screen share? Let me see if I can pull this off. Window capture. Okay, and we want to do. I forgot. I didn't even realize I had Spotify open. No, I just want. Huh. Doesn't seem to be an option. Cancel. Nope. Let's remove that. Yeah, I was going to try to see if I could share an image of the PDF. I know there's a way. Why did that not work? Here is Mörk Borg. Because I was just going to show you the map real quick, show you how much of the dungeon you covered and what you missed. You covered most of it. Here it is. See if I can get
Never
this
found it.
stupid screen share thing working. All right, now back to. Oh, you know what? I can screen share it this way. No, that's not going to work though for. Yeah, that won't work for my recording anyway. So let me go back here. Pretty sure, yeah, maybe it's display. No, it's definitely window capture. And we want Acrobat Reader. There it is. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So there's the map, right? Why does it say I have Mörk Borg open twice? Oh, because I have the character sheet open as well. Yeah. But yeah, so there you go. You can see the entrance where you came in. There's the dining hall, the little library bedroom thing with the skeletons in the beds, the guard room. You never got access to the cells because nobody picked the lock or anything, or nobody found the prison cell key on the guards that you killed. So
So
room
all we had
5
to
there.
do was
Room
sit
5
down
there
at
is
the
the
table.
cells. Room 6, that's the corridor. You can see the pit trap there where you fell down into the tunnel down below. If you've gone beyond that, there's a little pump room. So you didn't go to the pump room. You can see where the Rotblack Sludge is, where you died pretty much in area 9. 8 is the chain room. Then 12 is the statue room. 13 is the sun's room. That's where the sun is actually being held. It's a secret door. There's a secret door and everything to find him back there, but you could have found him. 14 is the debris room, and 15 is the forge and slaughterhouse, which is where the boss is. The guy that actually runs this place. The worm is just kind of controlled by him, as it were.
What was up with the old man?
The old man actually is on the page that I'm displaying there right now. So if everyone is seated at the table, if everybody sat down at the table with the man, he comes to his senses and erupts with rumbling laughter and tells stories of old for a few minutes but slowly and irrevocably regresses into his own world again. He's just, yeah, he's just there. Kind of.
Well, what was that?
It says
Just a
here, it's
weirdo.
impossible to communicate or contact him. You can poke him, hit him, attack him, or anything without response. So you could have killed him if you wanted to.
Well, what was that omen about the accursed man to avoid him?
Oh, that was a false omen.
Okay.
Actually, see if I go back here.
Awesome.
Yeah, there it is. There's the intro. So yeah, you can see D8 things a seer may see. That was number 5. An ancient man lives within a ruined room. Fear and avoid him. False. The other omen you guys rolled was, I fear Aldon may be unwilling to leave this place, which is true. He's hesitant to leave the place because, number one, he doesn't really give a shit. He's kind of a worthless sot anyway. But then number 2, he's also afraid of the cannibal Fletcher that operates this place. So he won't leave unless you deal with him first, basically. So if you kill the boss, then he'll leave with you. Also, if you kill the boss, the worm just floats to the bottom of the Rotblack sludge, which is 50 feet deep or 60 feet deep, if I recall correctly. It just sinks to the bottom of it and goes to sleep, dreaming, as it says. But
Cool.
that thing had 50 hit points, and you only did 10 points of damage to it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
We were distracted by that damn worm
I guess so.
and
Yeah.
the skeletons on the roof or on the top.
Yeah, it's funny. You just shoot the skeletons. It specifically says. Let me pull that back up here. The skeletons, room 9. Pillar with violin playing skeletons. Ignore everything and everyone. They're just there. They don't do anything. I remember when I was reading, I was like, that's so weird. What are they doing there? They're just there. They ignore
Well,
everything
definitely.
and everyone.
I thought it was something important.
Seems that way, right? It's great.
You could try to swim through the Rotblack sludge. You have to make toughness tests or else take damage from the heat. Takes 4 rounds to swim from one room to another. And every time you
Wow.
swim, there is a 1
That's
to
rough.
2. There's a 1 to 2 chance on a d6 that the gutworm attacks whenever you try to swim across the thing. It also says there that if you enter from the tunnel after having fallen into the pit trap, the gutworm attacks immediately. So once the pit trap's been activated, it'll attack anybody who comes from that side. Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
really
went
cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You explored 10 of the numbered rooms on this map, which goes up to 15, it looks like. So not too bad.
We almost did it.
Yeah.
Let's
We
close all
definitely needed
tabs.
the extra characters.
Yeah, it's a shame John dropped out. But all right, I'm gonna stop
Yeah.
recording there. So thanks for playing, guys.